it's been a while, hasn't it? How long has it been? It's been approximately like 4 days. Man, why does 4 days feel like so long? Have the past 4 days felt like really, really long to you guys? Or is it just me? I don't know, man. The past 4 days without hanging out with you guys has felt very, very long to me. I mean, I'm sure you guys all have your own lives to get around to. You know, all the stuff that you guys need to do for yourself. It's been 5 days for you. It felt like 4 days. 4 days always feels like a week. Yeah, it's half a week. You know, you don't process time, you just exist. Yeah, kind of felt like a long week. Yeah, it felt like a really, really long week for me. You know, 84 days since... No, Skrikey, you can't get me with that. You can't get me with that, Skrikey. It has not been 84 days, alright, bro. It's been like... It's been 4 days. Has it felt like 84 days? I don't know, it's felt like 2 weeks for me, okay? Realistically, it's felt like 2 weeks because Do you know where I've been, bros? Do you know... Do you guys know where I've been? It's been 5 years. Stop that! I mean, I did gain some weight, and I also feel like I have wrinkles now. My number of white hairs has definitely increased. Oh no, it's been 4 years. Yeah, that's right. I've been in the academia trenches, and so like for those of you who don't know, I don't know how many of you don't know by now. I don't know how many of you guys don't know by now, but it would be very strange if most of you guys still don't know. But I am in my final year of an engineering honors course, right? The tip of my tail used to be white. No, it was always white. Did you never notice? The tip of my tail was always white. And so I'm in my final year of an engineering honors course. I'm university. And so I have a thesis that I gotta write, you know, and I have a big project I gotta do. And so let me tell you, in the past 4 days, I was supposed to send in a review, right? And I realized that my research topic was garbage. Sorry to those of you who had to get yelled at for that. My research topic was garbage. And so I kind of went into like a panic mode, right? And so to those of you who have sent me messages, and to those of you who, you know, have been wondering, where has Neg Nasu gone? Where's Neg Nasu? That's where I've been, and I'm really sorry for ignoring any messages that I may have ignored. And no, it's not that I jumped from that hyperfixation. No. You're on your final 3 months of uni. Oh hell yeah, let's go. We're on the wild ride together. I know, real life first. I know, but it's sort of like, I feel bad, okay? I feel bad, like contrary to popular belief, this is like my main source of social interaction, you know? Like, okay, I talk about hanging out with my IRL friends, you know, once in a while, and I talk about going out with my art club to draw pictures, but the thing is, I don't talk to them, right? I don't actually talk to... No, I mean, I do talk to them, but it feels like I don't talk to them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't check the Discord. I don't check the group chat. It's usually the group chat chatting between themselves, and it's sort of like, I'll skim it and I'll be like, oh, thumbs up, and then I just don't respond, right? I just straight up don't respond. I can't go on tangent on them for 5 hours. No, it's not a fake friendship. It's just sort of like, okay, so the art club, I don't know. I'm intimidated by everyone in the art club because everybody in the art club, 80% of them are industry professionals, and it's very, 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 very intimidating. They're scary. Yeah, Piffy, you're scary too, Piff. Hi, Piff. Welcome. Yeah, they're scary. So I don't really like speak to them much. But like, you know, they compliment my art, I compliment theirs, and we just kind of like handshake and wave at each other from a distance. I'm an artist. Yeah, I'm pretty scared of myself. Every time I look in the mirror, I say, ah, because I put on weight. I've also been stress eating. I've been stress eating, bro. Man, I can't believe this guy is such an asshole. Sends a thumbs up. No, I don't even send a thumbs up. I just don't respond because I'm kind of like, oh, that conversation happened 2 hours ago. I'm not gonna respond. I'm just gonna read through it and be like, yep, okay, I read it. And then next time I'll just like bring up the conversation as if I was there. Good evening, Trollius. Glad I'm still alive. Pity you have another lecture tonight. No worries, bro. No worries. Thank you for coming to say hi, and thank you for the good luck on my thesis. Good luck on yours too. 2 hours ago is not too old to respond. Yeah, but if it's a group chat, right? If it's a group chat, like so you know how a conversation happens in a structure, right? There's like I feel like there should be some sort of a guide on how conversations are structured. So like generally how a conversation happens is first somebody starts the conversation and then somebody else contributes to the conversation. So the conversation has a topic and generally there is something to be discussed, right? It's a flowchart, right? And then once you get to the end of that flowchart, that's the end of the conversation. It would be weird if you joined the conversation again. You know, it's like somebody wrote a research paper. Look, I know, I've been in the trenches writing my research paper, but listen, it's like somebody wrote a research paper, everything's been concluded, you know, the meeting is done, everyone's acquired their business, everyone's shaken hands, you know, and then they walk away, and then you come into the boardroom and you're kind of like, but I think, good. Right, it feels awkward. It's like your necro posting. You know, there's a reason why forums like don't allow necro posting, right? God, I haven't thought of the term necro posting in so long. But like, there's like a socially acceptable period of time in between. I guess a socially acceptable delay in response of joining a conversation, right? And if it's been 2 hours. And the conversation's mostly been had, you know, at most, all I'm gonna do is like, yeah, that sucks, or like, I'm happy for you, depending on what it is. Yeah, that sucks, I'm happy for you, and like, sometimes I find myself unable to say anything new, so it'll just kind of be like, yeah, I agree with her, you know, yeah, I agree, yeah, I also think it just doesn't feel good. You feel like an NPC. Should have just dropped a react. I mean, I don't really mind it when other people do it to me, right? So like, I'm not looking at other people being like, oh, you're an NPC. But when I do it, I feel like an NPC because I'm like, oh, why did I have to open my mouth? I could have just sent a react. Do any of you guys feel like that? Do any of you guys feel like that? On Twitter, you usually don't even comment and retweet posts, but if the post is at least 3 days old, maybe even 1 day old, that's why you're not twittering. Yeah, it's this idea of like nobody wants to feel like they're bringing up old news, right? You stop caring about that kind of stuff. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. I mean, like, I'm still anxious. Unfortunately, I'm still anxious. Joke's on you, we're all NPCs. No. Neg Nasu is NPC. You are all wonderful, wonderful player characters. If there's a set of rules, you have no idea what they are. Sometimes you just yell at people and that seems to work. I guess so, because I feel like that there's a lot of like unwritten rules, right? Unspoken rules and stuff that I kind of just like notice and I just pack away into my bag of my little mental notebook of, okay, so in conversations, this happens. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm an alien that has to like consciously document how people interact. You know what I mean? And it's not that like it doesn't come naturally to me, but it's sort of, once you notice it, it doesn't go away. And so it's kind of like I'm collecting these field reports on human interaction. Little Toothbrush, you've been in groups with tons of pro artists for the best part of a decade now. You understand it's intimidating, but you definitely get used to it. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know how to get used to it because I live in the same house as my sister. I guess like there is that imposter syndrome feeling of like oh no, I don't belong here, right? You think I'm just a hardcore nerd? Yeah, I think I'm just a hardcore nerd. You have Asperger's, you need to mentally know all the social cues you can. Yeah, right? Like it's helpful. And I think like personally, right, I thought about it a lot, and like I personally don't think that I am, like, I'm definitely neurodivergent, but I don't think I am like on the autism spectrum. So there's no reason for me to note all these social rules, but it calms my anxiety, you know. When you see lots of people do it, yeah, that's normal. When you do it, why is it suddenly on hard mode? Right? How big of a difference is age between me and my sister? Ooh. Half a decade. Yeah, half a decade. Somewhere in the range of half a decade. So like we still kind of understand the same kinds of things. Your player should read a damn strategy guide and this because this is obviously not working out. Well, I don't know, maybe your player just wants to play the way that your player wants to play, you know? Not every game is about winning. Yeah, you have a 5-year difference with your sister. Yeah. I think like a 5-year difference is not too bad, right? Because like my sister and I kind of get along very, very similarly. I think when I was a bit younger, the age difference was a lot more noticeable, but now it's gotten a lot better. Sometimes it feels like we're only like 1 or 2 years apart, you know. Body language is so important to you when socializing, so you struggle a lot online. No, I feel that. It's very, very strange, right? Because body language, I feel like, is the one thing that I never got right. Body language is the one thing that I never got right. So like, you know how I recently went out with my art club to do drawings, right? Yeah, I had a member of my art club video me because they're like, oh, you move funny. and like that day I just happened to be wearing like you know, flowy clothes. Like, you move funny. But it's because I was excited, right? I was excited. And like, you know, I was in company, so they're like, man, you're so animated. You move funny. And so they took a video because they're like, I'm gonna use this as a reference. And they got me to do like a bunch of jumping poses and stuff like that. And I'm just kind of like, wait, I don't move all that differently, do I? But I think it's just a symptom of growing up inside. You know, I don't like when I was growing up, like I didn't go outside very often. Neg Nasu, I am very sorry to hear about your deceased grandparents wearing bright yellow clothes standing on her head. Okay, maybe I don't move that funnily. But maybe it's like I don't have very good spatial awareness, so I move my body around a lot. You know what I mean? Like I have been known to smack people accidentally, knock things over accidentally. So then I've learnt to give myself a wide berth. You know what I mean? Like with my limbs, like balance beams. Do I pace a lot? Oh yeah. I pace a lot. A thing that I noticed from the video that they took actually is I tap my feet a lot. Like I wiggle my toes a lot. Obviously, I was wearing shoes, but like you can kind of see like the top of my toes go like pit pat, right? and I think that explains why my calves are always so sore, because I unconsciously wiggle my toes so much. It's like rocking back and forth on my heels, like wiggling my toes, tapping my feet, you know, and shifting. Is my toes like my tail right now? Yeah. It is. And so like that's why like that friend, or I guess that person from art club was kind of like, hey, animation reference. Yeah, sometimes fidgeting is a blood flow issue. Oh, probably. I probably need to exercise more. I mean, I've been trying to do exercise every day. I've been doing push-ups and sit-ups and push-ups and sit-ups and push-ups and sit-ups when I remember. I should probably do more. Yeah, I'm doing the uppies. Core stuff is really good to do every day. Have I kept this while the crisis was going? No. No. Well, so remember how I told you guys about the really tasty nut the Chinese candied walnuts that my parents bought like a whole box of from like the local warehouse. Not the local warehouse, but like from the local Asian supermarket. Yeah, those nuts. I've been eating them non-stop, bro. I've been eating those nuts non-stop, bro, and it is so bad for me. In the past 4 days, I've put on so much weight. I don't know, I feel bloated, I feel bad. And the thing is, like, I've been eating them in bed as well. I've been lying on the floor and eating them. My whole table is just filled with like little nut scraps. My whole table is filled with little nut scraps, and I'm stress eating. I was stress eating. And it's been so long since I've been stress eating, you know. So like, remember how I told you guys, ever since I got on my antidepressants, I've been lazier? Yes. I have gotten so much lazier because I don't know why, I don't know how. So last semester at uni, I wasn't on antidepressants yet, right? And so I was super anxious, and I was sort of like working through the adrenaline. Yeah, I was working through the adrenaline of working through the adrenaline of being anxious. There we go. I was running on the adrenaline, right? And that kind of pushed me through. And this time, while I'm in academic hell, I don't have the same anxiety adrenaline because I'm on antidepressants. So I'm just kind of like, I'm stressed. But you know what? I'm sleepy. I'll go to sleep. I'm stressed. But I feel like eating more nuts, and I shouldn't be typing and using my keyboard while I'm eating nuts. So you know what that resulted in? I just ate a bunch of nuts and played a bunch of Into the Breach. And I had a lot of nightmares. Every single night for the past 4 nights, I have had nightmares. Okay? Like, I had a nightmare that I was married to someone with no face. And that person with no face was trying to get me to sign like additional double marriage papers. Yeah, I had a dream that I was married to Slenderman. And then yeah, and I didn't want to get double married, so I didn't want to sign the papers. And that was really stressful. And then I had another dream that I was getting that I could jump really high, and I could jump onto roofs. Oh my god, Microsoft Teams, go away! Go away, Microsoft Teams! Okay, yeah, I had another dream that I could jump really high and jump onto rooftops, and you might be thinking, Neg, that doesn't sound like a stress dream. That doesn't sound like a nightmare. Yeah, well, guess what? I was running away from the police for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. I was running away from the police in that dream, and when they were just about to catch me, I couldn't jump. I couldn't jump. I tried jumping and my calves just didn't work. And then there was another one. And there was another stress dream where I had a friend and she was walking. We were on a walk and she was kind of like, "Come on, Neg, come to the station with me." And she was always 200 meters ahead of me, telling me to hurry up. But you know how in dreams when you try to walk, your legs don't really work and it's awful? And like I tried to run after her, but I instead, my legs felt like bricks and I had to crawl over the ground. Awful. 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 My stress was piling up unconsciously. I kept having nightmares, bro. The thing is, before I went on antidepressants, I didn't used to have nightmares. I didn't used to have nightmares. What happened? Yeah, it was really, really bad. Honey, I don't want to marry another man. You're all I need. Ha ha ha, you move funny. You had cops setting up in your house and you tried to escape, but you could no longer jump over the fences you need to clear. Bro, that is exactly like the dream that I had. Yeah, I mean only because like I'm in a stressful time, right? Like ever since I went on antidepressants, like everything's been like smooth cruising. I haven't really had like super duper stress. But this time it was super duper stress and I was not super duper stressed. Like on the surface, I was not super duper stressed. On the inside, I feel like there's like the version of me that's like screaming, caged, and being like, please, please, right? So, you know what I did this morning? I'm not supposed to do this, but I said. So I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, and what I did was, I took double dosage of my ADHD meds. Do not do this, by the way. If you are on medication, do not ever, under any circumstances, do a double dosage. I was getting desperate. Okay, I was getting desperate. I was like, I need to get this report done. And it feels like, you know, I'm unable to get this report done. Like, it feels like my meds aren't working. And so I did that. What happened afterwards? I worked on that report for 15 hours straight, and I finished it. And I also had a meeting with my supervisor during that time, and I didn't get distracted at all throughout it. And I'm not saying that it is good to do this, but it worked. but it worked. And so what I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm gonna call my psychiatrist. And I'm gonna tell her that maybe I need to change my dosage, because my original dosage doesn't seem to be working. But I think with the double dose, that was overshooting, right? No. Like, I'm not jittery, right? I'm not jittery. Yeah, so I need like a little bit of a stronger dose. But like, I don't know. I probably should not have done that by myself. But like, I was like reaching the point where I was just kind of like, I need to do this. How did it feel to be able to fully focus on things? It didn't feel like I was tunnel visioning. It felt like, so the thing is, for the past few days, when I was getting really distracted, right, it was sort of like I would like read like 2 research papers, and I'll be like, oh, this is so boring. Oh, it's okay, I deserve a small break. I would open Into the Breach. And then suddenly, 2 hours would go by. And then I'll be like, oh, that was 2 hours. Oh. Oh. And then I'll go back to researching. Go through 3 papers. And then, oh man, I'm so bored, I physically can't. I'll open up Into the Breach. Oh, it's been 2 hours again. Oh. Yeah, and so what it sounds like is my original dosage is not working, and my antidepressants might be cancelling out my ADHD meds. And so, yeah, I ended up taking a double dose, and so what it felt like to be able to concentrate again today, it was more like, I read through 10 papers, I make notes on them, and I'm like, you know what? I think I deserve a break. I play Into the Breach for a little bit while also taking care of the time. I put it away, and I'm able to do the work again. So it actually feels more normal like this. I feel more normal like this. I genuinely don't know if it's like a placebo, right? The vicious cycle or the viscous cycle. I mean, if the cycle is viscous, then like it would be vicious. Your GF is like that. She goes to do the dishes, sits down, an hour later you'll go into the kitchen and the dishes are sitting in a sink of water with none of them washed. Ah! Sorry for screaming. That sounds like me. That sounds like me. That sounds like me when I'm not properly medicated. You really got to get your ADHD examination dated because you're relating to me unable to work at all. Yeah, so ADHD is actually a lot more common than you guys might think it is, right? Because like the part of ADHD that impairs your ability to sort of like, you know, inhibit yourselves is actually the executive functions of ADHD. Now, I don't want executive functions is actually closely related to what I'm doing my thesis on. Yeah, yes, yeah. Did you know I got the idea I got my new thesis topic idea from my suffering. Like that's only half of it, right? I don't wanna say the rest of it. Executive functions. Okay. So executive functions refer. You think it's a pretty common source of ideas. Yeah, and it's the most potent source of ideas too, right? So for those of you who don't know, executive functions are sort of the part of your brain, so like your frontal lobe and everything, that controls decision making, right? And so based on like common literature, there's like three parts of it. One part of it is inhibition, which is what I was struggling with inhibiting myself from giving into impulses. The second one is set shifting, and the third one is updating, right? And so people with ADHD, they generally are better with set shifting and updating. So set shifting is pretty much task switching, like sorting things differently. And updating is literally like, you know, being able to make decisions based on new information, right? So it's the inhibitions part that people with ADHD have trouble with, and that includes emotional inhibition, right? So if you do have ADHD, or if you're suspecting that you have ADHD, if you ever feel like emotionally volatile sometimes, if you feel like you can't really control like bouts of anger or sadness, or you know, like you feel like you can't control like a strong sense of emotion, that's the inhibition part of your executive functions not working as well. And so like, yeah, you've not heard that ADHD was connected to emotional regulation before. Yeah, ADHD is connected to emotional regulation because ADHD is something that's comorbid with a bunch of stuff, right? So I was diagnosed with CPTSD. I was diagnosed with CPTSD, which like sometimes I say BPD because it's a lot easier to understand that way, but CPTSD is a lot harder to explain. But anyway, and so like my therapist or my psychiatrist says that CPTSD is what is causing the symptoms of ADHD in my life, and so once again, right, like, or it's being comorbid with some of it. So like once again, the brain is interesting. Just generally having depression and anxiety can be caused by ADHD. Correct. That is absolutely true, because once again, right, poor emotional regulation, which is why sometimes psychiatrists, they might prescribe ADHD meds to anxiety or depression. But like it depends, right? It depends. It's interesting, isn't it? Is interesting. But yeah, there you go. Inhibition. You've been suspecting that you had ADHD for years, for now, but you always forget and delay going to a doctor for it. I think you should book a. I think you should book a doctor for it. Like, I think even if you're suspecting, right? Like, especially if you are suspecting and you feel like your life will be improved by getting a diagnosis, I'd say go for it, right? Unless it's like super duper expensive, you don't really lose anything. Yeah, as someone with BPD, there's a lot of overlap with CPTSD. Yeah. I don't actually know what like the main defining differences between BPD and CPTSD is. I think, like, if I'm being reductive, I think CPTSD is a little bit more treatable with CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Yeah. Miffy guys, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah. I mean like the CPTSD is what it is, right? Like, I'm not gonna be shy about it. Like, my family fights a lot. The main reason why I don't like streaming during daytime anymore is because everyone's awake and they may scream at each other. I mean, like, I've like thought about like whether I should tell you guys on stream or not, but then I decided, like, might as well, right? And sort of like being the youngest child. Oh, Taeyu, thank you for the resub. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. Oh, sorry, bro. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. you for the reason. Sorry, I missed things because this is an interesting conversation for me. But yeah, I'm the youngest child in a family full of people who like to yell at each other, right? And so like I think that's also a big part of why I'm a weenie as well, because I'm usually the one that's kind of like okay, you know, okay, go along with everybody, just so everyone's happy, right? Because everyone else is kind of like yelly. Oh, Altarian! Thank you for the raid. I didn't know you streamed, Altarian. Yeah, thank you for coming in, Altarian. Well, we were first talking about me suffering in uni, and now we're talking about general mental health again. Yeah, same with your family. Yeah, it's a different experience. Hey, sort of like being the youngest child. You stream very randomly. And I don't mean to put this information on you guys by saying like, oh, I'm a bad family, fuck my family, because like, oh, it's just like every family has their issues, right? And like some are worse than others, but I do think that like if you want to get to know me, if you want to get to know me, this is also a part of me. Like I am a weenie because I don't like it when people around me fight. Yeah, like for example, everyone yells at each other, but I'm the only I guess person in this family that doesn't yell. The only time I yell is during stream. Which is why like you might find me to be a bit of a pushover, right? You met a guy with BDS borderline last semester in Frisbee. The guy was a little bit weird and manipulated you to buy him a donut. A nice dude though. Bro, you could manipulated you to buy him a donut. And then you say nice dude. Damn, looks like the manipulation is still working. Whether it turns into trauma is all about resilience and support and whatnot. Oh yeah, absolutely. I also think that like things in your life can be trauma, and if you deny that traumatic things are traumatic, right? It will make you treat the people around you like shit, honestly. It will make you treat the people around you like shit. Like say for example, you know how you have like parents, right, who are like, oh, when I was your age, I had to go through all this bullshit, but that's just how life was, you know? And then you're listening to it and you're like, ugh, that sounds awful, what the f-? Right? You know? Like stories like, oh yeah, you know, when I was your age, my dad used to, right? It's like, I don't want to go through that shit. And it's sort of because like, you know, those parents don't think of what they went through as trauma, it causes them to treat their kids like shit, right? So I think it's also important to recognize like what, yeah, I suffered, so everyone else should too. Right. So like I think it's like, it's fine, you know, to call things trauma for what they are, right? Yeah. And there's no shame about that. You think your parents are generally good, although the only thing you would say that if you want to talk to them about serious stuff, there's like a 50% chance they'll make fun of you instead of being supportive. That sounds really, really bad. I mean, the 50% chance, right? The 50% chance, like, it sounds to me like because there's that 50%, you could probably talk to them to be like, hey, can you not do that? But then again, parents are parents, right? Parents are parents, like when I so God, it feels like I'm blaming my parents for everything right now, but sometimes it kind of is like that. I don't mean to complain about things, but like, you know how I always get really, really bad sleep? Yeah, it's because my dad's footsteps are really loud and he watches TV really loudly outside my room. And then when I tell him, hey, I'm sleeping and you woke me up, instead of turning it down and saying sorry, he yells at me for being crazy. Like, there's no way you can hear that. You're crazy. Yeah. Sometimes parents will not listen to you. Yeah, can I talk to him about moving? No. I can't talk to him about moving the TV, because the moment you insinuate that something is his fault, he will get mad at you. right? Yeah, I might be moving like later in the year. God, I feel bad, okay? I feel really bad because I don't want to say stuff like this, like, oh, my family are terrible, because they do treat me nicely in certain ways, but also in certain ways, my God, mein Gott. He's teaching me how to gaslight gatekeep girl boss. Yeah, right. At least they're not junkie nutters. Right. That's family for you. Welcome back, Snow Hilo. Welcome back. Parents, generally speaking, do their best, but there's no instruction manual to be one. That's not to give a free pass to them when they do bad, though. Correct. But also, there is a part of me that I don't know if it's right? I genuinely don't know if it's right, but I think at some certain point my sister tried to teach them the proper way to speak to people. And then they got into like a huge argument, or like, and my sister kept being like, we can change them, you know, it's not too late. And I feel like at this point I'm just thinking, like, can we? You know, because they already went through life. Like, should I just let them be? You know? Should I just leave them alone? Right? Because it's not my place, you know? Even old dogs can learn new tricks. Right. Sounds like a very bad dynamic for my sister. Yeah, I mean, it's the oldest sibling conundrum. Yeah, Azu gets it, being the oldest. Yeah. It's the oldest sibling conundrum. No, for you to change them, they need to respect your opinion enough to change, and even then it's uphill. Yeah. I hate saying it's interesting, but there's no other way for me to like put it without sort of making this topic kind of sour and upsetting, right? Even though it kind of is an upsetting topic, but it's interesting, you know, how family dynamics tend to sort of show up like that. It's usually the oldest sibling that's like, I can change the parents, I have to do everything. And then it's the youngest sibling that kind of ends up like me, who is sort of like I am not involved in anything. I will choose to close my ears, close my eyes, everyone happy, make everyone happy, right? Cause I'm used to being the one sort of like after an argument happens, like I go to like everyone to like hear them out and like make sure they don't feel like shit. First you must cure cancer, and then maybe Dad will consider moving the TV. I don't even think it's about that, bro. I don't think it's about that. You still remember one Christmas your mom said to you, you know your brother is my favorite, right? Oh, you weren't arguing that day. It came out in the middle of a comment. That is... Okay, that's messed up. That's messed up. That's really messed up, bro. I'm sorry that you got told that. Yeah, that's your little sister too. Yeah, family dynamics like that. And I think like even more so, right? Because we have the immigrant experience. Like my sister, because my sister is better at English than my parents. I think when she was young, because she was better at English, she was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm better than you. Like, oh, I know so much. And that dynamic kind of builds. So I don't know, like, if we have many immigrant families like here in chat, but like that's also like something to consider. You're the pushover of your family. Your brother is 3 years younger and is stronger towards your parents, but you're both pushovers. How much of these issues as parents do you think is cultural? Probably a lot. Hey, probably a lot. It's too close to home. I'm sorry. I'm calling you guys out. It took you years to convince your dad to pay his tabs on him taking merchandise from your mom's. Jesus Christ, that's awful. That's awful, bro. Kind of interesting mentally speaking, but after the insanity your family is, you kind of gave up. Yeah. I mean, I feel like these conversations, when you're sort of like talking about your own family, you know, in that sense, it can get very exhausting. But if But if you're talking just in general, right, about these concepts, it can be kind of interesting to just sort of like look over it like with a cursory view, right? What culture is my family from? I choose not to give too much personal information, but we are an Asian family. You're in an immigrant family, except none of you learn the local language. Okay, that's different then. That's different. I mean, like, my sister and I are in the awkward position where we're both not the most fluent at like our parents' native language, and so like we can both speak some of it, right? And reading, we can kind of read. Writing, we can write a bit, but worse than reading. And so like sometimes I am a little bit worried about like, oh, should I really, you know, go to school and like enroll in like an advanced course or something? But sometimes it just feels like too much trouble, you know. You just kind of pick it up over time. Also, I'm sorry. There's a bunch of people who joined, and I didn't say hi because they dropped in. Yes, good evening, Fishcat. Welcome. And good evening, Gremmel. Welcome. You had an argument with your dad, and he pulled that stunt on you. What? And you got mad and asked him, how's your half siblings from another mother? Damn. That's awful, bro. That is awful, bro. Like if I was Reddit, I would say this is the part where you go no contact. Reddit would say go no contact. Obviously I don't know your full relationship, right? But like hanging around something like that is not healthy for you. And the person you have to take the most responsibility for in your life and to make happy in your life is you. So I want you to make decisions that make you happy. You want here to hear your good evening? Okay, good evening, Rajixem. Good evening. It's interesting seeing shows and people talk about things as these horrible, awful, traumatic things when it was things that happened to you. There was an episode of The Symptoms where Marge paid someone to be Lisa's friend, and the comments talk about it being a horrendous thing. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. Like the regular person goes through a lot of bullshit, right? And looking back on it, you can be like, holy shit, that happened? That was awful. But then you can kind of feel like this level of disconnect, being like, wait, but why do I not feel like it was awful? Am I supposed to have felt like it was awful? And then you just kind of like sit there for a second. You're like, holy shit, that happened. Right? And I'm sure that like a lot of people have experiences like that in their lives. And I'm trying to think of one, but I can't really think of one. But I'm sure it's gonna be like a flashback that comes to me when I least expect it. Death God, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah. It's that feeling of, am I broken and I didn't even know? Should I be concerned? But like genuinely though, I don't think you should be concerned. If that situation did not traumatize you, and if you do not lay awake at night thinking about it and thinking about how like, damn, that sucks and I wish it never happened, then like I think you can move on, you know? Because I feel like situations that are supposed to be quote-unquote classically traumatizing. What does that even mean? That suggests like there's a canon of like trauma. Yeah, anyway, situations where most people would find it classically traumatizing, I think it might not necessarily induce trauma in you, right? And that is fine. Yeah. And that is fine. Yeah, you forgot if you got a good evening. Good evening, happy jalapeno. I didn't give everybody good evening tonight. Also, I just remembered Minato resubbed at the very start of stream, and I completely forgot to say thank you. So thank you for the resub, Minato. It's like getting impaled by a jouster on a horse. Oh, would you look at that? I've been impaled. As much as it confuses people, sometimes people aren't traumatized by the act, but by the memories of people yelling that something is wrong because it wasn't a problem to you. Exactly. That happens. I'm trying to think of an example, but it's sort of like people trying to convince you that you are traumatized will actually traumatize you. Like that happened to a friend of mine in high school. That actually happened to a friend of mine in high school, where there was a girl who kept trying to convince my friend that she was traumatized, that she was living in an abusive household, and she's kind of like, no, I'm not. No, right? And the very act of this other girl hounding her about this traumatized her. Like, okay, I'm laughing, right? I'm laughing, but it was actually really, really messed up, because like this friend did, like, she was so skittish, bro. She was actually so skittish, and I don't have any contact with her now, but like it messed, like, that situation messed her up, because I think her brain sort of internalized that as like the girl who was trying to help her, quote unquote help her, was actually stalking her, because she's kind of like, I'm trying to help you, but the girl that was trying to help was invading her privacy and like sort of overstepping and making bad, making really insensitive comments about how like, look, you have this. You're clearly living in a bad household or something. And it's kind of like, yeah. That stuff actually happens. That would have to be really extreme to have an impact like that. I mean, I don't think it was like intense and incredibly extreme, but I guess it felt like bullying, right? To a certain extent, it felt like bullying. Yeah, gaslight trauma. She was trying to gaslight her into thinking that she had trauma. It was odd. It was really, really odd, right? Oh, you know the situation you remember from childhood? There was a time when you were betting over Mario 64 with your brother, and you lost so hard you had to eat a spicy pepper, and then he lost, but he didn't. And you hold that grudge ever since, until 2 weeks ago when you got your revenge. You know, Rodrixum, is your brother younger or is he older? That sounds like a younger brother moment. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the kind of grudge that the older sibling, holds over the younger sibling for an entire lifetime as proof of like, see, mom likes you more! Ah! She's always soft on you because mom likes you more! Someone who is rough or timid or skittish would have a rough time with that kind of confrontation. Yeah, right! They were. Wait, Skrikey? Skrikey, you weren't following me? What happened, Skrikey? Thank you for the refollow, I guess. No, this guy, he's been manually clicking. You unfollowed on your phone. I'm sorry. It's just so funny to me because you're here quite often, right? So like you're here quite often. So I'm just imagining you being like, oh boy, 9 p.m. time to manually check the Neg Nasu channel. Oh, how do I say his name? I say Skrikey, but I know his name is actually Psyche, right? Your follower date. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really funny, bro. Thank you. Hold on a second. My tracking kind of broke. My tracking is broken. Oh no, that's not right. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no. 1 second. Ah! Okay, I fixed it. There we go. The real name is Skiki. I'm right on the Psyche. It's supposed to be Psyche, but I say Skrikey. Sub for 10 months, following for 1 minute. What is the truth? Kai Senat fan, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Sorry, we are not talking about favorite anime right now, but we could later on. 1 second. 1 second. My tracking broken. Yeah, Skrikey is very Australian of me. I say crikey when I say his name. You think you're the favorite child because your mom and dad had your birthday and your name is passwords. Oh, please don't. Oh, no. I mean, you are the oldest daughter, right? So like that might be some bias. You're a petty gremlin. When your brother's kids scratched your motorcycle, you schemed when those kids came to your house for a sleepover. They bought a Ouija board, so you played with the beat breaker switch until they cried. To me. If anyone ever does this to me, I will cry as well. I'm very scared of the dark, bros. Oh, that's hilarious. That's amazing. That is actually amazing. Also, hi guys. I know you guys did the hi gag a little bit earlier. So hi, good evening. That time of the night has already passed though. You're your mom's favorite child, but to be fair, one of the other ones kind of cut ties, so it's a moot point. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, that, I mean, like, bringing it up like that is sort of like rubbing salt on the wound. Hi, Torashi. Hi, Triceratops. Yes, it's me, Neg Nasu. God, I missed you guys. God, I missed this, bros. Come on, bring it in. Bring it in, bros. I missed this. Missed affection points. Good evening, ZN. Welcome. You're planning to stop the high gag with the coming distortion of time? Oh, yeah, true. I mean, that's towards the end of April, right? What? Yep, I'm okay. Something fell. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. My tripod's just not doing too hot. We're good, I think. No. Okay. That was upsetting. That was really, really upsetting, and I hope it doesn't happen again. The position that my model got stuck in looked devious. Oh no, I need to recalibrate. One sec. What the? Okay, there we go. What the? Oh, whatever. It's just gonna do this then. Okay, so the tracking broke a little bit, and so you might see me moving a little bit strangely like this. So I hope you aren't too alarmed by that. Well, you think you are your mom's favorite, you think your sister and your brother are your dad's favorite, but you're not treated badly. You just don't really connect with him, you know? Like you don't have similar interests like he does. Yeah, I guess so. Like, I personally think that my sister is the favorite, but also I also feel like you know, I feel like am I my dad's favorite? I don't know, because when he had the surgery, right? When he had his nose surgery, and then we brought him cake, he's kind of like, oh, I can't finish all this cake. Oh, Nasu, do you want some of the cake? Nasu, you want some of the cake? And I'm kind of like, he's offering it to me instead of my sister. He's still high on the surgery anesthetics, and that does not feel good. That does not feel good, right? You're your mom's favorite, and you are your dad's favorite too, for what it's all. Are you gloating right now, Skrikey? Hold on a second. I think I really need to recalibrate. What the? Why is it doing that? 1 second. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. We'll be right back. Maybe he just did that because he thinks that I like cake. Maybe actually, between my sister and I'm the one that likes cake a little bit more. There we go. We're back. We're back. What about my left back? Paralyzed. Completely paralyzed. Gone. Dead. Code Daniel, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Your parents used to play favorites on you and your young brother until you were like, fuck it, I'ma be myself, and fucked everything up, and they stopped. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, bro. I am genuinely so sorry about that. Growing up is pretty obvious. Your parents just prefer your sisters over you. It's weird how blatant their favoritism was, so it's normal to you. Man, this is okay. I'm gonna be honest. This is simply getting too sad. This is simply getting too sad for me. And also, my tripod is still doing a weird thing, and I am going crazy. Well, you know what this means, bros? This just means that we have a lot of people from different kinds of dysfunctional family backgrounds, right? And I mean, like, if you're sitting there being like, oh, I don't know about you, but my family's pretty great. Yeah, my family's pretty great. I know what you're talking about. Speak for yourself, buddy. Speak for yourself. My family, perfect. Never been mean to me in my life. Then like honestly, you're also valid too. Must be all the nuts on my desk. Honestly, it might be all the kernels on my desk. You see, I wanted to do a hand cam stream where I did a little bit of sewing, right? Because when I last went out, I bought a big needle. Ah, shit. Did you hear that? Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Okay. Hopefully, nothing bad ever happens ever again. No, that was not the giant needle dropping. That was my tripod, and my microphone stand is slowly going closer and closer to the ground. What's going on? What's going on? Screw the favorite kid talk. Who's your favorite parent? Actually, I don't want to tell you guys my favorite parent because that sounds a bit mean. That sounds very mean. I don't want to talk about my favorite parent. Have I retightened the screws? Yes, I just did. I mean, you can speculate however much you want. I'm not gonna tell you who my favorite parent is. Yeah, having a favorite is kind of mean, bros. It's my sister. What? Parent, not sister. My entire setup is falling apart because I didn't set up properly today. There it goes again. There it goes again. Even more stuff breaking. No. Listen, just look at my face. Just look at my peaceful sleeping face. Look at it. Aren't I peaceful? I'm so peaceful. No, what? You look constipated. That's mean. Do not be alarmed. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Oh, God, what's going on? My monitor fell over. I want to cry. Okay, my mood is too chill, my face is too smug, my expression too kind, they're gonna kill me. No, they're not. No, it fell over. I need to like put it back up on the stand again, and I need to make sure everything is fine again. Don't worry about it, engineering student desk moment. Yeah, honestly, no, it's just I have too much garbage on my desk. Do I want to start over? No, I don't. We can stay like this. Oh, the ring light! Ah! I just turned the ring light on accidentally and it blinded me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, what is everything's falling apart. I should really clean my desk at this rate. Nuh-uh. I'll clean it sometime later. I think this is the time to stop, breathe, and think. Yes, stop, breathe, and think. So, is the monitor fixed? Yes. Now, I have assembled the tripod once more. Yes, correct. Now, I am going to put the tripod where my phone is supposed to be. Hallelujah. Wait, I got it. No. Okay, it's staying up through the force of it's staying up by kinetic force of. No, this is not gonna work. It's gonna fall down again. it's Okay, no. This is it. For real. Real. I lived, Rose. Okay, for real. Now, good thing I didn't do a hand cam stream today. That could have gotten dangerous. Yeah, it could have gotten dangerous. Anyway, that was one way of resetting the topic, isn't it? That's one way that we can reset the topic. That was a full. I'm actually sweating. So what I actually wanted to do today was I wanted to do some sewing, right? Because NegPal plushies got confirmed. NegPal plushies got confirmed, and so they wanted me to send in a reference sheet of a NegPal, yada yada, so they can design a NegPal plushie, yada yada yada. But we need a prototype. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And I could always, let one of their in-house people do a prototype. But also, I will have you guys know, I used to do sewing. Yeah, that's right. Bet you guys didn't know. I mean, of course you. Some of you guys might have known, right? Yeah, that's the good news. Yeah, I used to make props, and I used to do sewing for cosplay, and so I thought that might as well bring that back on stream. Yeah, and I wanted to try sewing a plushie on stream. No, sewing. I mean, my cosplays weren't ever any good because I was like a high school kid working with the cheapest materials ever, cotton drill, right? Sewing is one of the most basic / base skills to have. Sewing, like with a. When you take a serrated blade and goes and you chop something in half, No, sewing, sewing. It's nice, right? It's a very, very nice skill to have. I haven't needed to use it in a very, very long time though, and I haven't gotten the opportunity to use it. Yes, but sewing too. Sewy? Oh, very sewy, bro. And I was thinking that I wanted to do a hand cam of it today, but today is probably not the best day for it, eh? Because considering my setup has completely died. Like, I didn't even set up my hand cam. Literally 30 minutes before I started stream, I just submitted my report, and so I'm coming in here like blind. I mean, not blind, but like I'm metaphorically speaking naked. Metaphorically speaking, I am a little blind. Remember, a little blind. Remember the ring light. Yes. Remember the ring light. Look. Okay, I'm trying to think of another metaphor. Metaphorically, I am bald. Metaphorically speaking, my house is empty. Metaphorically speaking, there is no fuel in my gas tank. Metaphorically speaking, my fridge is empty. Metaphorically speaking, the bowl jar is empty. I could have just said unprepared. Yes. Oh. Metaphorically speaking, my PowerPoint is full of useless word art titles, but there's like no there's no content in any of my PowerPoint slides. Yeah, metaphorically speaking, I am caught in the sun with no hat on. Ah, yeah, that's right, caught with my pants down, that's right. And you know what they say in Australian schools, no hat, no play. Okay, you're too bad with metaphors. I mean, okay. Can I admit something to you guys? Can you promise that you won't get mad at me when I admit this? Okay, no. Okay, instantly no. Yes, metaphorically speaking, I'm playing badminton without the shuttlecock. Okay, you won't get mad at me? You won't get mad at me? Okay, so, can I admit something to you guys? And you won't get mad at me, okay? You are mad. I didn't even admit anything to you yet, and you're already mad! Meta this, meta that. Have you ever talked to another person? Yeah. I've spoken to my mom. Okay, you can't promise that. Okay. I'll tell you guys anyway. And I will, if you are mad, I will just have to deal with the consequences. Okay, so I spoke to a friend. I mean, of course I speak to a friend. I speak to many friends. I have more than one friend. No. Now I've hyped it up too much. It's not even that. It's not even. It's not even that big. It's not even. No. Let me get to my story. Okay, let me get to my story. Okay, so I spoke to this friend and I used a metaphor with a. You're depressed. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I didn't insult my friend. I insulted you. Like not you, Happy Jalapeno. Wait, no. Let me explain. Okay, so listen. They said that I was a genius, okay? And then I said, yeah, I'm the best at metaphors. And so this is, you know how my IRL friends, they know that I stream, right? So then I said, yeah, my chat, they never understand my metaphors. It's not because I'm bad at metaphors. It's because their brains are small. And I felt really bad for saying that. So I'm here to apologize. Bro. Like I kept thinking about that. You're not mad, you're sad. No! I'm sorry, bro. It's not you, it's me. My metaphors aren't so bad. I insulted you. No, that's not it. No. You said worse things about yourself in this very. I know, but it felt bad. Okay, it felt bad. It's just look. Sometimes. No. Sometimes sometimes you get mad. Okay, no. Sometimes you get a swell of ego. You know, it's kind of like, oh hell yeah, I'm so good at this thing. This other person, they could never. You know, you ever get those moments where you're like, you're not exactly trying to insult the other person, but also in your fit of like, oh yeah, I am a genius. I am God among men, right? You're just kind of like, oh yeah, Leonardo da Vinci could never, you know? Yeah. And when I thought of somebody who didn't understand my metaphors, you guys came to mind, and I'm kind of like, oh, they never understand my metaphors. Even though I feel like you guys do understand my metaphors. You just pretend not to understand my metaphors, right? Yeah, metaphors are like my friend with a bad t-shirt. That's a simile. Wait. I think I make more analogies than metaphors, right? You metaphorically don't understand. Meta what? Oh yeah? Have you ever metaverse Mark Zuckerberg? I don't even want to finish that sentence. That was really awful. that one was awful. That one was just very, very unfunny and awful. Stop clapping for me. It's okay, you're too small, smooth brain. No, don't say that, don't say that. You guys have large brains. Your brains are really large, okay? And if I were to talk about how large your brains are, then other people would get offended because they're gonna be like, hey, Neg, you're putting everyone down by talking about how large these people's brains are. And I'm like, you know what? It's true. Your brains are large, okay? I've seen some small brain people in my life. No offense to the small brain people. But your brains are huge, okay? Yeah, but well, you know what? It's not the size of your brain that matters. It's how wrinkly your brain is that matters, okay? Okay, your brain can be dense, but wrinkly. Now I'm overcompensating. Yeah, I'm overcompensating. Would you like $100 in reparations? Each and every one of you? Unironically, that's true about the wrinkles. It is true. Which one is bigger, your brain or your soul pee-pee? Or your brain, absolutely. I think all of us here together, like, listen. Not to be rude, but regardless of whether we have a pee-pee on the outside, on the inside, our pee-pees, I think we generally have small pee-pee energy. Yeah, my PP, my soul PP, I feel like is small. No, like collectively, right? Collectively. No, but small is not bad, okay? Small is not bad. Small just means that I guess you don't get uncomfortable. I guess. You can sit down to pee, which is very convenient. How did it happen? I don't. Clueless Wanderer brought up the pee-pee. Clueless Wanderer brought up the soul pee-pee. Pee-pee or brain? I said brain. How are you getting strays? I went directly from nobody understands my metaphor to the dick in your soul is incredibly small in 2 minutes. You gave an inch and I took a mile? Actually, yeah, well, I'm sorry. There's a joke that I can make based on that thing that you just said. There's a joke I can make, but I'm trying my best not to. Can somebody else make it for me? I'm begging you. Somebody else make it for me. I'm begging you. No, I can't. Yeah, let's go. You only had an itch to get. Yeah. I missed you guys so much. I missed this. I missed this so much. And here I was, suffering from university, misusing my medication, and I could have just taken like a 1 or 2 hour break on any of these days, you know, instead of procrastinating and playing Into the Breach. I could have just been like, hey guys, let's hang out. But I don't know, it's hard, isn't it? Because like when you are a streamer, right, you feel like, oh, every stream needs a topic. We need a topic for every single stream. But like I don't know, I feel like we have the most fun when we're just sitting around shooting the shit, right? Let the tangents take us where we go. PP alone small, PP together big. I'm gonna cry, bro. Please don't make me cry. Koto, thank you for the resub, bro. Thank you. Hope you've been doing well, bro. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, Neg Nasu doesn't need a topic, honestly. I mean, there are some days where I come into stream and I am incredibly brain empty, right? I'm incredibly brain empty. But today I am very brain full because I haven't hung out with you guys in a long time. Just thought of chat. I wish I had text-to-speech. I don't want to say that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, that was beautiful. That was the most beautiful alliteration I've heard all night. You guys are my therapy session. Hey, no, you're gonna eat dinner in shame. No, don't eat dinner in shame. Do not be ashamed. Do not be ashamed, okay? Like, okay, would you like my reason for why I said that we all have collectively small PP energy? Because my reasoning for this is because big PP energy is kind of aggressive. You know, like people with big peepees won't stop talking about how big their peepees are and how small everyone else's peepees are. And so I think to have a small peepee, like energy-wise, right? To have a small peepee is to be considerate. Just energy-wise, okay? So in fact, I am not insulting you. I am saying that you are considerate and kind. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to make things better. Okay, I'm trying to make things better. Why would I think it's a common pattern? Because you take up less space. Okay, you're like less disruptive inside the path. I don't know. It's less painful. It's less painful when it gets stuck or something. You disagree. You think we don't know half the big peepees out there due to their owners not being vocal about. Oh, you're so true for this. I have a sampling bias. Oh, self-fulfilling. How would you know quiet people who don't have big peepees? Yeah, I have a sampling bias. Now who here constantly talks about their big peepee while calling everyone else? Not me. It wasn't me. No, okay, listen, you know why I keep talking about this? Because it's funny! It's funny! And I know I shouldn't be finding it funny, but I don't know why. It's funny. I'm sorry, it's because I don't actually have one. It's funny. I'm sorry. Okay, enough about this topic. I was gonna talk about something else, but then immediately I came here. Oh jeez. I mean, yes, Minato said that I'm going to DreamHack, right? Yes, I am going to DreamHack. I am going to DreamHack. So if you guys don't know, Hololive is having a concert in Australia, at Hololive EN. And or not just Hololive EN, Hololive is having a concert, and Toa's gonna be there, and I like Toa, and so I'm going to the concert. Yeah, it's at the end of April. It's at the end of April. And I also have the premium pass, which enters me into a giveaway for a meet and greet, and so I hope I make the meet and greet. And yeah. Topic switch. Gonna get any merch? I don't know if getting merch is in my budget, because like actually, to be completely honest, I am not really a merch collector anymore. I am more like a collector of silly little trinkets. Am I bringing a tall friend with big shoulders to ride it? Yeah, real. I guess real, because we're going in her car, right? Because I think her housemate is also going because her housemate also likes Hololive, and so her housemate is driving, and then so we're driving from New South Wales to Victoria, and so I'm just gonna be sitting in the car with them. The knowledge that you theoretically have enough money to fly to Australia and go to a con with me. But no doxing the Neg Nasu, okay? No doxing the Neg Nasu. Now that you guys know that I'm gonna go there, I'm not gonna dress the way that I usually dress anymore. Because you guys know exactly how I dress now, and that's a little bit alarming. Like, how many people do you know in real life who dress the way that I dress? You know, bucket hat and short hair and this whole thing, right? All you have to do is look for a bucket hat, right? 0. Yeah, I can't resist the preschooler. I'm gonna have to dress like an adult. I'm gonna have to wear a business suit so you can't recognize me. Wait, in New South Wales? Wait, really? Really? There's a bunch of people in New South Wales that dress like that. I don't know. I don't really pay attention. Do I have any other clothes? No, not really. Not really, no. I have a bunch of hoodies that are suitable for winter. So I'm gonna have to get fashion advice from someone while I'm there. It's not like I have just recolors of the same outfit. I mean, I do just have recolors of the same outfit over and over again. Just the beach side. Okay, beach side. No, don't look for a nerd with a suit. Wear a fake beard and sunglasses. I'm gonna wear a wig so that my hair is longer. Yeah, I'm gonna wear you will not be able to identify me when I'm wearing my wig. Gonna have to throw on the nani kata otaku kode. Dress as the purple guy from FNAF. No, good excuse to do cosplay. I don't know. I feel like my cosplay days are over, and also doing cosplay is a whole thing. Right? Doing cosplay is painful, is tiring. Cosplay makeup is super heavy, you know? Ryo-san gata otaku kode. Ryo-san gata. You think I am Ryo-san gata? Wear a face mask. Helps avoid getting sick. Yeah, I will be wearing the face mask, yeah. But yeah, so the way I talk will expose me though, can't change that. Yeah, that's true. The way I talk will expose me. I mean, I don't talk like this in real life though. Do I? Have any of you guys met me in real life? Hey. Oh no, I don't have a sample size for anyone here that's met me in real life. Well, I guess in real life I am a lot less I'm a lot less expressive, a lot less loud, and apparently the way I move funny will expose me. Well then, I will simply just have to bind my legs together so I do not move. Can't you just ask the fish? Oh yeah, you could just ask the fish. You could just ask the fish if you want to, right? You don't know my public side as opposed to with my sister. I mean, with my sister is close to my public side, you know? Like, when I'm with my sister, I'm a lot more filtered. Like, I would not make pee-pee jokes. I think... Okay, let me put on my public persona, okay? Let me pretend that you are a very kind Uber driver. Okay, so I'm gonna count to 10, and all of you pretend to be my Uber driver, okay? Like, I just got into the Uber. And you are driving me from the shopping center to my house, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, hi, Uber for Nasu? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Nice hat. Thank you. I got my hat from yeah. Vroom. The name is Car, the self-driving Uber. Oh no. When iced coffee tell me to shit myself. Hey Yam, thank you for the resub, Yam. Thank you. Yam, you've met me in real life, Yam. Yam. Can you tell everyone how different I am IRL? Can you tell everyone that IRL I am a lot more composed and a lot cooler and a lot less energy? You have indeed. Yes, she has indeed met me. Although, like, I feel like Yam is not a good metric because every time I meet her, I terrorize her. I feel like Yam is someone that you should not be asking about this. Get Sinuki here. I met her, right? Yeah. I have. I mean, I'm not close enough to Shinu to terrorize her yet. So like you're gonna get like the best first impression from her. Ma'am, I'm not your Uber driver. Please get out of my sedan. But my Uber says, but it says, is your name Happy Jalapeno? That's what the Uber app says. You think purely it is us two? I have far more bursts of such energy. Yes, correct. I calmly and collectedly terrorize her. I don't terrorize people that I barely know. I only the more I terrorize you, it means I like you more. Not to like, you know, reinforce toxic paradigms of, ooh, he's mean to you because he likes you. Not to reinforce that, but like just saying, you know, if I'm closer to you, I'm more likely to terrorize you. Which is why I terrorize you guys all the time. Okay, K11, you have a wonderful night wherever you may be stepping out into. Neg Nasu happy hour. Aw, I'm happy. I'm happy that you call it the happy hour. Wait, I said that I am a lot less talkative IRL compared to with you. I think it's because, you know what I genuinely think it is, right? It's not because I'm a lot less talkative. I think it's because I have to respect the fact that somebody else is talkative, you know? And I am a respectful conversation partner, and I find that I will often let the other person talk more than me, unless I am the one that initiated the topic. I don't know, actually. You can kind of tell how interested I am in the topic depending on how much I talk. You tell your GF that you only tease because you care. If you didn't, you wouldn't bother. Yeah, exactly. Like I quite literally cannot bother with people that I do not care about anymore, because if I pretend to care, then I will have to ride that pretend out until I die. And also it's because, like, you know, I find that it's similar to how I pick up hobbies, right? I feel like I find reasons for me to care about somebody else, you know, for me to care about things. So generally me staying quiet, it doesn't last very long. There are some friends you talk less around because they are more talkative. Because, like, generally, I am just someone with a lot of thoughts. But right now, my brain thoughts are going quiet, and I do wonder if I probably should have prepared for today's stream a little bit more. Neg on her deathbed. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Depends on the person and set interests. But yes. Anyway, speaking of interests though, I was thinking. Actually, no, I stopped thinking. I stopped thinking a long time ago. Yeah, I was thinking of sewing a Negpalth reading friend actually on stream, right? And I kind of wanted to do that tonight, but I can't right now because my setup is very precarious and I didn't prepare properly. I did not prepare properly, and so perhaps I will do it some other day, right? Like I do think that today's stream will be a little bit of a short stream, right? Because I probably need some time to set up and everything. Has anyone suggested a Negpal themed bucket hat? Oh, that would be so cute, bro. That would be so cute. That would be incredibly cute. But unfortunately, right, because I'm working with Uwu Market doesn't do bucket hats, which is nah. But what I can do is I can give you guys a tutorial on how to sew your own Negpal. I can give you a tutorial on how to sew your own Negpal onto a bucket hat. Oh, I could do patches! Oh, I could do Negpal patches that you can iron onto a bucket hat that sticks! Yeah! Yeah, and then you can buy your own bucket hat and then you can just iron the patch on! Yeah! Wait, wouldn't that be super cute? That would be really, really cute. Yeah. I like that a lot. But it's gonna take like a lot to manufacture patches, right? Oh, forget sticker sets, patch sets! Patch sets would be so cute. Okay, if I find a manufacturer to make like sets of patches, I wanna design all sorts of patches. It's really sad that I can't put it on my own bucket hat and wear it myself though, because then that would instantly dox me. Like, can you imagine, right? My hairpin, my clef up there, that being a patch. Having a patch that sort of like matches this hat, right? Just act like I'm a fan. I gotta put on my not Neg Nasu voice. Oh wow, I love Neg Nasu. She's funny. I can never dress like myself ever again. You know, you feel like that would go really, really badly. Hey guys, can I admit something to you that, and please don't laugh at me, okay? So my dog walker got a haircut recently, and when she got that haircut, it looked really nice. And then now looking in the mirror, my dog walker has realized that haircut is essentially a bowl cut. And my dog walker, you know, my dog walker, the unnegged Nasu, the unnegged Nasu has a bowl cut. It was supposed to be a short, boyish wolf cut, and I don't know what happened to it, but it became a bowl cut. It looked really good on the day that she got the haircut, but now it's become a bowl cut. Maki friend mod, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I guess it just needs styling, right? It needs styling. But like, did the hairdresser put a lot of gel through it or something? No, it was just blow dried. It was just blow dried a lot. Did I see the daily box challenge? I look at the daily box challenge every day. Fuck you, unnext your Nasu. And I'm very sad. I'm very my dog walker is very sad, because the thing is, my dog walker wanted to go to the hairdresser to say, hey, can I have a layered haircut of you know, hair at the front, a bit longer than the back, scruffier towards the back, and the hairdresser couldn't understand what I was saying, right? And I'm kind of like, oh, I can draw you a picture if you want. I can draw you a picture if you want. And she's kind of like, oh no, do you have pictures online? And then she showed me a wolf cut, which is, you know, the short wolf cut hairstyle. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, that looks really good. Yeah, let's go with that. Looked great on the day. And 2 days later, well, like not 2 days later, but a few days later, it looks like a bowl cut. It looks like a bowl cut. Maybe my dog walker is just not styling it properly, right? Then again, wolf cuts don't quite look as cool if you're wearing home clothes, you know? Yeah, because wolf cuts are really, really cool, because my dog walker usually has short hair like that, right? But this is the first time my dog walker went for a wolf cut. Krakuta DDT, thank you for the follow. Welcome. And also, I think I realized something, right? The shorter the hair you have, the more like a child you look if you're small. Like I don't know what this is, right? If you're short and you have long hair, and you're like, I guess, a girl, people will think that you're older, right? They're like, oh yeah, you know, it's feasible that you're older. But if you have short hair for some reason, they're like, oh, child. Like there was this once I got into an Uber, right? Because my family's car was out for repairs, and so I couldn't ask for a lift home, so then I have to Uber home. Anyway, I got into an Uber, right? And I was carrying some shopping bags, and I kid you not, that Uber driver started I was kind of, oh yeah, you know, my knee kind of hurts today. So I'm like, yeah, it's a long way to walk. I don't want to walk. I got a lot of stuff. And then he starts lecturing me about how like, oh, you're still in school. You're young. Are you in any sports clubs in school? And PE class at school should be keeping you fit. You know, you should do a lot of stretches, talk to your teachers. And I'm just like, oh, good sir. Like I didn't have the heart to tell him that I am a lot older than he thinks I am. I am a lot older than he thinks I am. And I just kind of, yep, oh yeah, sure. And I just had to pretend to be a high school student to get through that really, really awkward Uber ride. Sometimes you just go along with it, you know? It's like, did I tell a lie by omission? Yes. But was it for self-preservation? Also yes. I didn't have to go, yeah, but how awkward would it be to be like, oh, actually, sir, I'm 30 years old. I mean, I'm not 30 years old, but like, I don't think that I'm gonna, I feel like I'm still gonna look like this when I'm 30, you know? And it's self-preservation because it's an awkward conversation that I don't want to have because like, you know those moments where someone's getting really gung-ho and talking about something. You don't want to drop the actually on them, and then everything goes quiet and they're like, oh, well. All I needed to do was say I'm in uni when he started talking about school and leave it. Oh, you're so right. Oh, you're so right. You're so true for this. That didn't even occur to me because I was just thinking, what is the best way to tell this guy that I'm in my 20s without making things awkward? Like, I should have just said, oh, actually, I'm in uni. That's literally the only thing I should have said, right? But instead, like, he goes on, and I just say, yep, yeah, it's like that, yeah. I mean, I didn't even have to do anything. All I did was I didn't correct him. All I did was say, yep, yeah, no, yeah, definitely, yeah. He's gonna lecture me to do more exercise regardless. Yeah, that is true. That is true. He gave me like a lecture about how like he told me about his mother who is in her 90s and she did a lot of exercise and she's still running around and she's kind of like, you know, a lot of girls your age after they leave high school they stop exercising as much and like boys they tend to keep exercising yada yada yada. And he's like, look at my grandma, look at my mother, you know. And I just thank you. I mean like I find that talkative Uber drivers, yes, they kind of try to parent you, right? Like this is not the first time that a talkative Uber driver tried to parent me. I think there was another Uber driver that I had. His family was from India, and it was a pretty long Uber drive because I was not bothered to public transport to my friend's place to do board games. I was on Shark Week. You know, Werewolf Week. I was on Werewolf Week. I was undergoing lycanthropy, but I didn't want to ditch board game night, board game day, and so I, and so I called an Uber, and it was like a 1 hour Uber ride. Was it in 1 hour? It was a really long Uber ride, and the whole time, right, he was telling me about like his family, and he taught me how to make chai. He taught me how to make like a good chai masala that I've absolutely already forgotten about. But like it was really, really nice. And he was talking to me about how like, oh, stay away from the alcohol. Don't do the alcohol. And I'm like, oh no, I don't do alcohol. No, if I do, I will die. Right? But it's like it was really, really nice, you know? I'm gonna miss being young. I mean, I'm still young, but like I'm gonna miss being the age where random adults will just address you like their daughter, you know? Cause you guys have that experience, right? Like when you're young, a random adult will like treat you like a child, treat you like they are your child, because like, oh, you're the same age as my son, you're the same age as my daughter. Let me give you some wisdom. And I know that in some way they are talking down to you, right? But like it feels, I don't know if I am if I'm just sort of mystifying the experience, romanticizing. Am I romanticizing the experience? It feels like I had, okay, I don't want to say it this way because it makes me sound really lame, but it feels like I had a random NPC encounter. It feels like I had a random event encounter, and I'm like, oh, I feel like one of my stats leveled up from this. But it might be a symptom of not talking to people enough, you know. Oh, Hassan! Welcome, good evening, welcome! Thank you for the bits, bro. How do you know if a girl is into you? If a girl tells you that they're into you. That is how you know a girl is into you. Also, does she talk to you more than she talks to other people? Does she randomly bring up the fact that she is so lonely, but she doesn't really want to date right now unless someone nice comes along? Or does she find excuses to be around you all the time? You know, make time to hang out with you? I don't know. Same things that a guy would do if they're interested in you, right? Woohoo! Rent-a-pilots also do this sometimes. Rent-a-pilots? Ooh. You had a coworker ask you, you're the same age as my son, right? His son was 5 years older. You still hate him? Wait. Was he saying that? Was he saying that to mentor you, or was he saying that to be like, oh yeah, you know, you think every Uber/taxi driver counts as a random encounter, right? Right? No, it's true though. It's true though. It's true though. Like when you have a random encounter, like, have I ever told you about the random encounter I had with the old man from France? The French old man that I had an encounter with at the bus stop, right? Like, he started talking to me about Japanese history, and I just kind of stood there like, but why? But why? Because he was like in his 80s, right? Yeah. And it was like a day with pouring rain as well. And then I was getting on the bus because there was only one bus. That was the buses in this area, they only go one direction, right? And so like I asked, oh, you can get on the bus first. And then he said, oh, no, I'm not gonna get on the bus. No, you go ahead. I'm just here. Yeah. Like he was literally just sitting at the bus stop in the pouring rain to be a random encounter. Like, that's an NPC. This is an NPC. It's actually just NPC behavior. But NPC affectionate, right? Was he passionate about the topic, or like, I don't know. I think we were talking about something else before. And then like he mentioned that, like, oh, you know, my daughter is really into like all that Japanese stuff, because I think he saw my like wall background that was like anime, or maybe because I'm Asian. You know, he's the guy that teaches you how to use a Pokeball. Yeah, he's bored and he just wants to talk to people, and he just sits at a bus. You've done that before. No, that's insanely cool though. You give someone a really, really cool experience. That's their social interaction daily. Maybe because I look like a gakse. But it was the pouring rain and there was nobody else there at the bus stop. Man, I kind of want to draw this interaction now. You know how I keep saying that I want to be a game dev, right? You know, keep saying how I'm deving game, right? That's gonna be in one of my games. The old man at the bus stop that's just there, and he tells you, oh no, you go ahead. I'm not gonna get on the bus. I'm just here hanging out. Yeah. A dude in the rain. Yeah. And he was like, it was actually pouring torrential rain as well. Well, actually no, now wait, this makes sense actually. Wait, this makes sense. Actually, I don't think he was just there hanging out. No, I think I just realized. I think I just worked out why he was at the bus stop. I think he was walking home when the rain started pouring, and he just sat at the bus stop to wait out the rain. Oh no, big storm. Please stay safe, Opal. Opalor. Please stay safe, bro. And thank you for coming by. Take care. And I called him an NPC. No. I can't believe I just worked it out. I mean, hey, look, when you get old to a certain age, right, and you talk in depth to a stranger who is younger than you, and that stranger is as terminally online or as terminally nerd-brained as I am, I'm gonna assume that you're an NPC. But like not in the you don't make your own decisions, you're a sheeple kind of NPC. No, NPC as in, oh, you have much wisdom to give me. Right? I mean that is to say though that assumes that we are living in a simulation and you are the main character, but that is bad because that causes people to act selfishly. When studies of all kinds have shown that acting altruistically is always a big plus for everybody, right? Like acting selfishly and acting in detriment to other people is always worse, like gets you worse gains than acting altruistically. So even if you are selfish, I feel like it's in your best interest to be altruistic, right? No? Oh, I mean, we are living in a system that sort of like rewards people for being big assholes to you know, climbing up and over each other, but that's a whole thing. That's like economic theory. We live in a society, right? You can't wait to be called an NPC. Oh, I hope you mean that wholeheartedly, bro. I hope you mean that wholeheartedly. You don't know how to tell me, but all signs point to me being the main character. Yeah, of my own life, as you are the main character of your own life. Classical prisoner's dilemma. Ooh, what is the prisoner's dilemma actually? I've heard it before, but like I don't quite remember. Okay, let's see. The prisoner's dilemma is a game theory. Oh man, rest in peace. A game theory thought experiment that involves two rational agents, each of whom can cooperate for mutual benefit or betray. Oh, that's the prisoner's dilemma. Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember now. I remember what the prisoner's dilemma is now. Okay, I remember. It's the testify or no testify dilemma. It's a fun one. Map Hat isn't dead. Oh, rest in peace, Map Hat. Best to cooperate, but stabbing in the back is second best. You know what this is called, actually? The phenomenon where everybody stabs each other in the back because they're afraid of being stabbed in the back. This is a phenomenon called the tragedy of the commons. It's tragedy of the commons, right? Wait, raise your hand if you've heard of tragedy of the commons, because like the tragedy of the commons is like the one that I enjoy the most. Well, I guess it's the moral philosophy story that I enjoy the most. It's similar but slightly different. But I guess, like, you know, the tragedy of the commons is more so describing a society or a community, right? You haven't heard of that one? Have I heard of the nonary games? It's basically the prisoner's dilemma mixed with escape room puzzles. Ooh, fun! What is that? Nonary games. Oh, wait, this looks like a Zero Escape. Oh yeah, it is Zero Escape. Oh man, I love the Zero Escape games. I mean, I haven't played them for myself, but I have watched a Let's Play and consumed it via osmosis. It's one of those games where you would much rather watch a Let's Play of than play yourself, you know? Valley Badass Hero, yeah! Okay, so tragedy of the commons, right? So similar to the prisoner's dilemma. So for those of you who don't know what the prisoner's dilemma is pretty much two prisoners are given the option to testify against each other, right? If you testify against the other person will be given a lighter sentence. or you will be let off and the other person goes to jail. If they testify against you, you go to jail, essentially. If you both testify against each other, you both get maximum sentence. If you both choose not to testify, then you both get off free, right? So there's a picture. There's a picture of this. It's essentially like a square, right? It's like a square. If you guys can look at this. And so this is a two-person scenario of this. And if we're looking on a societal scale, so the tragedy of the commons is, oh wait, testify. You have issues with the reading most people take from The Prisoner's Dilemma. People take it as a model for all interactions rather than just an example of a small subset of interactions. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, my mother likes to think of the world as a prisoner's dilemma, but rather the world and interactions are more so the tragedy of the commons, in my opinion, right? So, for those of you who do not know what it is, so say for example, you live in a village, right? Okay, look, we're going here again. Imagine that you are a bear! Imagine that you are a bear, and every day you eat one fish from the river. Are you wearing ugly shirts? No, you are not wearing ugly shirts. Yes, you already, imagine you're a bear anyway, okay? If you're already a bear, then what if you eat two? Ah, yes. So, if you eat two, that comes later, okay? So, every single day, you eat one fish from the river. And all of your bear neighbors only need one fish from the river. And that is just enough to sustain life forever. The kind of bear that eats fish, right? The kind of bear that eats fish, okay? So, we are actually bears all along. No, I'm saying imagine you're a bear. I'm not saying that you are a bear. I'm saying imagine in this thought exercise that you have been placed into the position of being a bear, okay? You are bearing the cross of being a bear. Or is this too hard to bear? Okay, so grizzly bears and black bears, basically. Okay, you're a grizzly bear. Okay, good. You're a grizzly bear, and you need to eat. I've been telling you guys that you weren't. Yeah, because you aren't bears. You can imagine that you're a bear, but you are not a bear right now. You are not a real bear. As an American, your right to bear arms is figurative and literal. No, you don't get to choose to hibernate. You don't get to choose to hibernate, okay? You're a bear, and you must get a fish from the river every day, or you will die, okay? What if you're a sentient? Yes, you are sentient because you make the choice to go to the river every single day to get a fish, or you will die, okay? You can sleep No, you have to get a fish from the river, or you will die. You can't just sleep through the day. You will die. Me talking to you guys feels more and more like I'm prompting an AI. I mean, hey, look, what was AI trained off if not people, right? What if we're all bear and our name is Paddington? Why would we all share the same name? Why would we all share the same name? That makes no sense. How would you identify between one bear and another bear? Can't you just stay in the river, gain aquatic adaptations? Because you will get hypothermia and die. You must go back to where it is dry in your cave. You're Paddington? Okay, well nobody else can be Paddington. No! At least you need unique ID, guys. You need unique IDs. What if we were Bolly Wally Baller Bear? Oh, Bolly Wally Baller Bears, do they eat fish? No, they eat seals and penguins. So, no. Okay, fine. You are all bears. Do pandas... No, because pandas only eat bamboo. Can you be a sun bear? Wait. Do sun bears eat fish? Can you be a penguin? No! You want to be a sea bear? A sea bear is not even a bear. It's not even a bear anymore. They also eat small insects. Oh yeah, this is true. Anyway, Anyway, you know what? You can be whatever bear you want, as long as you go to the river and get one fish every single day, okay? Can you be a tardigrade? Fine. You have to eat one fish every day. Can you be... Fine, you can be Paddington Bear if you want to be, okay? Like don't come crying to me if you can't differentiate yourself from your neighbor, okay? What if the fish eats you? The fish is not gonna eat you. You are a bear. You are a bear. Can you be vegetarian? No! Because I guess bears are omnivorous. I guess. But like, no, because you won't get your protein and you will die. You don't like fish. What else do you eat? Can we a hunter? How are you speaking to me right now if a hunter kill you? Can you just go to this? No, because you're a bear. You do not have currency. There is no bear supermarket. Do you actually eat the fish, or is it a metaphor? Yes, the fish is a metaphor. You don't actually get to eat a physical fish. You are not actually a bear. You are not actually a bear. They mostly eat fruits. Okay. Can you eat gnomes? Gnomes are not real. Can you open a bear supermarket? With what money and what resources? Who is going to come buy stuff from your bear supermarket? Wait, bears? No, bears don't eat metaphors. You can use pretty rocks as money. Okay. Yes, you are. Yes, no, in real life you are not bears. In this scenario, you are a bear. Can you... I knew this would happen. I thought that you guys could behave yourself this time. I thought that you guys could behave yourselves this time. But you have done a very, very bad job with behaving yourselves. Last time I let you guys be bears, you guys did this again. You guys did this. And this time, when I'm letting you guys be bears again, it's happening again! I thought very wrongly. Can you finally bear the pain? It's unbearable. We've been using the same bear pun. It's just the bare necessities. Finally a new bear pun. Finally a new one. You know, maybe I'm the one that doesn't understand your metaphors. Maybe I'm the one that doesn't understand your metaphors. It's like, you guys are so well behaved. As soon as I turn you guys into bears, everything just goes off the rails. It is so grisly. It is so grisly. You just remembered it was supposed to be an example to that prison thingy. Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me. Anyway. You are a creature that must eat a single fish from the river every single day. I do not care if you are a bear, if you are a possum, a raccoon, a beaver, an otter. You eat one single fish from the river, okay? Okay. You eat a fish from the river every single day. And there are just enough fish in the river to sustain life. For the rest, one fish is enough, I assure you. One fish is enough. 40 dog, good evening, welcome. You didn't see I started streaming. I started streaming 2 hours ago. I'm just back from academic hell. Why have to be fish? Because it has to be a common resource! Wait, so there's some kind of community of animals around this river? I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. A bear walks to the river, says, today I'm going to eat a fish. Then Neg Nasu says, why the big paws? Because you're a bear. What about the vegans? Can we just assume that there are no vegans here? Can we assume that there are no vegans among us? Okay, do we have to pay the otters to get the fish? No, you just get the fish. Okay, let me explain really quickly. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm not gonna look at chat, okay? I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay, so you are a bear. You go to the river, you eat a fish every single day, and all of your neighbors, they also eat one fish every single day. And so there is an amount of fish every single day. And it is enough to sustain life in the river for the rest of life in perpetuity. Yes, they are bears. Yes. Yeah, those eyes are open. Okay, close eyes. Sorry. I looked at chat. Okay, so one fish for you, one fish for your neighbor, one fish for everybody in the village of animals, because you're bears. Yes. And And so there are just enough fish left over so that the fish can keep reproducing and producing enough fish for the rest of time forever if everybody just keeps one fish in the river. Except one day, you decide, what if my neighbor takes more than one fish? What if my neighbor takes more than one fish? Then what about me? There's not going to be enough fish for me. So today, I'm going to take 2 fish. Yeah, I'm going to take 2 fish. Just, so I can save 1 fish for later. Just fish storage. And so you do that. And your neighbor also thinks, oh shit. What if my neighbor takes more than 1 fish? And so everybody takes 2 fish because they assume that everybody else is going to backstab them. You know what happens to that pond? That pond dries up. Yeah, we literally did that with toilet paper during the pandemic. Well, I mean, toilet paper doesn't reproduce, but This is not incriminating. No. 1 fish, 2 fish, blue fish, red fish. What if you don't have neighbors? Well, then that's not the tragedy of the commons anymore. Can you put the fish back? Well, in this, I guess you can put the fish back, but it's sort of like everybody has taken an extra fish. Well, no, the pond doesn't dry up. There's just no more fish, right? There's just no more fish in the pond, right? And so like even just one person or one bear putting a fish back into the pond, it doesn't create enough to, it's not enough for the pond to sustain itself off fish forever. Can you get a green fish instead? Yeah, sure, you can get a green fish. And so this is called the tragedy of the commons, and it is a tragedy because something that was supposed to be sustainable for everyone is no longer sustainable because everybody was a little bit selfish because everybody was suspicious of their neighbor. And so this is, the metaphor took 1 minute to actually explain. And so this is the framework that a lot of people compare capitalism to, right? And so that's why I compare this to the prisoner's dilemma, because the prisoner's dilemma is sort of like one person against another, but this one is more like a tragedy because it's like the prisoner's dilemma, but expanded to fit a whole society, right? Bear does capitalism? Yes, bear does capitalism. Not to be rude, but what's with the sound? The sound is just me going, yep. It's me like reaffirming the thing that I just said. Aizuchi. Common shared resources will fail if everyone takes more than their share. Yes. Yes. I can't believe you summarized in a single sentence. But Neg, if your neighbor dies and there's not enough fish in the pond, then there is enough fish in the pond. Yes, but also what if everybody thinks exactly like you? They're like, oh boy, neighbor died? That's free real estate. And everyone takes an extra fish. You're still going to end up with the same problem, right? If bear does capitalism, why no bear store? You know what? Be the CEO of your dreams, bro. Be the CEO of your dreams. You can be the first ever bear store owner. I believe in you, bro. I am not a bear, so I can't visit that store. I'm not allowed. We need bear eBay. The entire ecosystem will collapse if a bear eats 2 fish. No. It's not the fact that if a bear eats 2 fish, the ecosystem will collapse, right? It's if every single bear eats 2 fish because every bear is like, hey, he ate 2 fish, why can't I eat 2 fish? And if everybody thinks like this, then the ecosystem will collapse. That's literally not just about one bear. It's about how the effect of one bear can affect everybody else. So knowing about the tragedy of the commons just makes it worse now, because you'll fall into the same assumptions of everyone is greedy. I mean, it's not necessarily you disappear the neighbor, take his fish, our fish, Marxism. Wait, who made you the government though? I mean, it's okay, it's not that everyone is greedy, but it's sort of like, it's the conundrum where if you know that a small group of people will be greedy, in order to protect your own interests, you have to be a little bit greedy, and that's how capitalism works, right? It's sort of like, why do we want to stockpile money? So that we can buy goods and services with our money, right? And so, but because inflation is happening because people are greedy. Actually, no, I don't understand capitalism well enough to explain it this way. But it's pretty much like you want to protect yourself because you're afraid that somebody else will take more than their share and you're going to be the one left without something, right? And so acting in egocentric ethicalism? No, what's the egocentrism? Anyway, like you're acting in your own best interests, right? And so in acting in your own best interests, unfortunately, if everybody acts in their own best interests like this, then the common shared resources are going to dry up. And it's not because someone's greedy, it's because maybe like a few bad actors are greedy, and so everybody wants to be self-preservative, right? So it's better to be aware of the tragedy of the commons, or is it a self-fulfilling prophecy? That's a good question. Unfortunately, I am not a moral philosopher, so I cannot say. I feel like this is more of like a game theory thing, right? Like an economic theory thing. But I think it's good to be aware of it, just so that you can see it happening, and you can be a voice for avoiding something like this happening, right? Because it's essentially what it is. It's a framework. It's a paradigm, as the nerds say, right? A paradigm, for those of you who aren't nerds, is pretty much just like a thought process. It's like a framework for you a way of you to think about something, and it has been reviewed lots and lots of literature on it. And so yeah, it's a framework for you to be able to explain what happens when similar things happen. Because like you said, during COVID, the toilet paper, right? The toilet paper situation during COVID, it really was just a few people taking it all up. And I think on the large scale, like on the world scale, on the government scale, it's a bit hard for an individual like us to do something. But if you're ever running like a small community, or if you're ever in any kind of position of power, having knowledge about the tragedy of the commons, or like how things like these happen, and having that once again as a framework to describe things, I think can be very, very powerful. And also on top of that, it's just really it's really depressing, right? It's really depressing, because sort of the more you know about these kinds of like frameworks, the more you know about, I guess, cognitive neuroscience, psychology, and all that stuff, and like how groups behave and societies behave, it can get really depressing, because it feels like bad things just happen and there's nothing you can do about it, because yada yada, human nature, right? But then what it proves is that, on the other hand, it proves that everybody isn't evil. Everybody just wants what's good for them. Like, they don't want to get hurt, right? And so how do you avoid the tragedy of the commons? Well, you assure everybody enough that they won't get hurt by the bad actors. And that is how you avoid it, right? Because like 90% of the people there, they're acting in their best interest because they don't want to get hurt. And then maybe the 10% are the morally dubious ones. And so if you have a system in place to protect the good people from the morally dubious ones, then they won't have to resort to those like methods that hurt everybody else, right? That hurt the commons. Right. And that's the hard part. That's what governments are for. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Well, welcome to Neg Nasu's moral philosophy class. Those are my thoughts. Thank you for a brain wrinkling phenomenon. You never heard about it having a name. Yeah. I don't remember like where I first heard of it, but I think I read it in a book like ages and ages back. Like, think about toilet paper and hand sanitizer scalpers. It's kind of ridiculous even saying that, right? Right, like basic human necessities like that. It's kind of awful, hey. It was really awful, because COVID showed us that like people will resort to things like that. You call it panic buying. I mean like knowing about something like this though, it does kind of call into question like what lawmakers are doing and what people in power are doing to make sure stuff like this doesn't happen. Because once again, the danger is not like one or two bad people doing really bad things. The danger is everybody reacting to the one or two people doing bad things and doing dubious things themselves to protect themselves. Because it's sort of like, how do you protect someone? How do you protect yourself from someone with a knife? You get yourself a knife as well, right? And now everybody has a knife. When really, you shouldn't have let the bad person have a knife to begin with. Something like that. Or like you give the people who are afraid of the knife guy some good like knife resistant armor, and they're like, yeah, okay, you might have a knife, but I've got knife resistant armor. Let's try to see you stab me now, bucko. Right? There's many different ways to combat things like this. Well, if they want a knife, they're gonna get a knife. Anyway, the moral of the story is don't sell your friend out in the prisoner's dilemma. What's wrong with you? Yeah, no, you don't sell your friend out. Obviously not, right? I have a neck though. I do have a neck. Gun then. Yeah, but then it's gonna keep escalating, right? It's gonna keep escalating. How do you beat a gun? Bigger gun, bigger gun, bigger gun, bigger gun. So like it's interesting, right? Interesting thought experiments, which can get a little bit depressing if you let it get depressing, but also like knowing the way that things happen can give you the power to stop them from happening. PSA, go make things happen, bros. Don't let the bad people win. You wouldn't sell your friend out in a prisoner's dilemma. You'll sell a random guy out without even thinking that. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's so rough, bro. That once again is like a very, very, very interesting psychological phenomenon that I wish I could describe. I want to read more psychology papers, bro. I want to read more psychology papers because this kind of stuff is super duper interesting, and I love sharing things like this with you guys. So what I'm saying is, you kill the bears to save the fish population. No, you implement a system that like monitors whether people are taking more than one fish, right? And you stop people from taking more than one fish. And also, you put in like a safeguard to say that like if somebody ever ends up without a fish, you will be given a free basket of berries or something, right? Or you build trust in your community so that you know that if I ever end up without a fish, that my neighbor will share some fish with me, you know? Like no, we don't just stop them from getting fish. We don't kill the bears. Have you seen how strong bears are compared to humans? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not inherently evil. It's more like a panic/fear, immature decision. Right. It's like a primal decision, right? A primal protective decision. You think a lot of it just boils down to please be aware of what incentives exist. It's interesting, right? What people will do for incentives. So people tend to group themselves into tribes and differentiate among our people and other people and something, empathy, gatekeep, racism, etc. Yeah, no, this is absolutely true. Yeah, this is very, very true. This is very, very true. I just wish there were like interesting sort of like paradigms to look at something like that through. God, I like these, especially for these polar bears, man. They'll maul to death because they're starving. Wait, they'll maul each other to death? Aww. And then people forget that the world isn't just black and white. Right, there's many different shades of grey. Like there's a lot of different ways that you can differentiate someone between us and them, right? Like even between us, you know, just us, yes, a bunch of us, and somebody else's stream community, you know? Oh, you thought it was like the US? No, us. Like you, me, everyone else sitting in this chat, having a conversation with us. And we might treat other people a little bit differently. I don't know. Like it's something that I haven't. Like in-groups, out-groups are something that I haven't read too much about personally, because I don't actually really like the idea of an in-group and out-group too much. I do think it is a very, very interesting social thing to look at, to see like to what extent is gatekeeping effective and to what extent does it get toxic. but I feel like that's like a psychological study that's gonna be really hard to do. Little tip you learned yesterday when you were out with the dog: sit and keep your eyes closed for 5 minutes. Just paying attention to your nearby environment, it helps clear your thoughts out a little when you're overwhelmed. Oh, that's meditation. That's meditation. That's really nice. You see, the problem that happens when I do something like that is though that I fall asleep. I fall asleep. You think the term gatekeeping gets used really loosely? You reckon? Okay, so Mossy, what would you personally say is the biggest difference between gatekeeping and curation? Right, like participant curation. You think you read that concept about being the other in the second sex of Simone de Beauvoir? Feminism. Oh yeah, speaking of books, right? Speaking of books, I have a very interesting one that I ordered, and it's coming. Let's see. Wait, hold on a second. Let me check my Amazon orders. I can't remember the name of the book. Is it fiction? It's not, it's non-fiction. Okay, so yes, I ordered a book. It's coming tomorrow. It's called Hamlet on the Holodeck, updated version, The Future of Narrative in Cyberspace, paperback. It is a book from 1999, and it is, let's see, Hamlet on the Holodeck, from the author's introduction to the updated. Janet Murray's Hamlet on the Holodeck was instantly influential and controversial when it was published in 1997. Ahead of its time, it accurately predicted the rise of new genres of storytelling from the convergence of traditional media and forms of computing. Taking the long view of artistic innovation over decades and even centuries, it remains forward-looking in its description of development of new artistic traditions, practice, the growth of participatory audiences, and the realization of still emerging technologies as consumer products. Yeah, Hamlet on the Holodeck sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah, I don't know. Like I found this book while I was researching for my thesis, right? And it sounded really interesting. And so I thought that it would be interesting if I read the book and shared some of what was in the book with you guys. Because you guys are all nerds that are interested in stuff like that, you know? So I'm pretty excited for that book to come through. So I can read an interesting book and study at the same. Yes, you'd like to hear it. Yeah. I'm gonna crack open that book tomorrow because it should be arriving tomorrow. I ordered it a few days ago. Have I ever seen any trope talk by Overly Sarcastic Productions? I have not. Overly sarcastic productions is a little bit of a hit or miss for me sometimes. I think it's because it reminds me too much of like extra history, right? Extra credits, extra history. And it reminds me of the good old days from them, and I'm kind of like, oh, I miss them. So it's more like a, it's more like a attachment thing for me. But I did watch all of their Journey to the West series, right? You're no nerd. You don't even know how to read. You guys are writing messages. I think you're a nerd that knows how to read. XX Lazy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. As far as you understand, curation is when a person selects things. Gatekeeping is when a person appoints themselves as in charge of pushing people out of a community via harassment. Oh, okay. So what you're talking about is, okay, gatekeeping. So say for example, I choose to ban somebody from the Neg Nasu community because your vibes, I don't like them. Doesn't fit with us. You didn't do anything wrong yet, but I don't like your vibes. Like, would you say that's gatekeeping or would you say that's curation? Because like, you know, because I am the person in charge, right? Maybe it's like a difference between deceiving and gaslighting. Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't. It was nice. No, you're fine, okay? You guys are fine. Look. I am not that person, okay? I may have been that person in the past. You got banned here as a joke once. It was a joke. But like if somebody's vibes are a little bit off, I will always tell them first that like, hey, that one was a little bit strange. It's Faust, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I tried to remove. No, you literally said that you accidentally pressed the unfollow button on your phone. Please, bro. It's moderation. I'm not harassing them, and I'm actually representative for the state of the community. Okay, fair enough. So what you're saying is, your definition of gatekeeping is when somebody who is not in an otherwise position of power decides to appoint themselves as a position of power, and they try to push people out by way of harassment and being mean to them. Oh, okay, so that's okay, so that's gatekeeping. Okay, ow. Sorry, I was fiddling with my fingers and I accidentally stabbed myself with my fingernail. Ban as a joke? No. He asked to be banned. No. He literally asked for it. I will not ban anyone randomly just as a joke. Cut my nails. I did cut them. They're very short now. Yeah, gatekeeping is something like, you don't even know the name of the Pokemon. You're not a real fan. That's gatekeeping. That is gatekeeping. So it's sort of like, I think gatekeeping is only gatekeeping if it's done from the position of someone who has no business like saying something like that, right? What if it's mixed, as in person position of power abusing it with justifications? I think if it's a person in a position of power abusing it with justifications, I think that would be, as opposed to gatekeeping, there's gatekeeping, then there's elitism. That's interesting. Gatekeeping versus elitism. I think gatekeeping and elitism go hand in hand. But yeah, I'd say the person in the position of power abusing it is a different type of problem. But also, like, here's a question, right? Here's an interesting question. So at what point does a community become self-regulating? And can that self-regulation ever amount to a degree of gatekeeping, right? Because I don't necessarily think that gatekeeping needs to involve explicit harassment, right? I think gatekeeping is just quite literally like, it's like social exclusion, right? I'd say gatekeeping is a form of social exclusion. Like, you know how girls bully each other in high school? It's kind of like you're all sitting at the same table, but then they pretend that they don't hear you, and everything that you say, it gets shut down because like, you're not cool as us or something. If you're in a position of power, you're not keeping the gate, you're past it, you're keeping the keep. I mean, you are quite literally the gatekeeper, right? You are the literal gatekeeper. Whereas like when you say that somebody is gatekeeping, then wait, no, actually, yeah, no, you're keeping the courtroom. No, our gates should be open to everyone. Kyoto is banning foreigners on certain areas because the tourists are damaging the geishas. It is gatekeeping, but the decision if it's good or bad should be up to them, not the outside. I think that's a literal gatekeeping then. Is that not? No, yeah, that is literal gatekeeping, and that is done by the person in power. We need a definition of gatekeeping. Hold on a second. Define gatekeeping. Gatekeeping on dictionary.com, the activity of controlling and usually limiting general access to something. So that I think, yeah, it doesn't involve anything with regards to harassment, right? Limiting general access to something. So I would say that the subscribers only channel on Discord is gatekept. What if someone steals the gate? Then that's no longer gatekept. Let the flood waters flow. How can you keep out the gate? Can you keep out the gate? Well, technically the gate isn't inside the walls. Technically the gate is the wall, so I don't think I mean, the gate is neither inside nor outside. Huh? Gate kept, but nothing happens in it anyway. Yeah, you're right, nothing happens in it anyway. Honestly, you guys want to know why the subscribers only channel exists? You guys want to know why that exists? The only reason the subscribers only channel exists on Discord is because in the past on Discord, I was not entirely comfortable with the community. Yeah, I know, it's ancient history, okay, bro? Ancient history, where I'm just kind of like, oh, because I'm a weenie, right? Because I was a weenie, and so I'm kind of like, oh, I want a smaller audience place for me to talk, and now I just talk in general chat. Now I just thought, like, I literally wanted to like limit the amount of people who I'm talking to. And now I'm happy to talk to everyone, anyone and everyone who I may come across. Now it's a smaller audience for us to talk to. Right. I got better at being more social with more people. Yeah, I did, and that makes me happy. That makes, you know, the biggest thing that I got better at is telling people that I'm busy. Because I used to freak out and come up with like 10 million excuses as to, I'm like, oh, I can't hang out now because this, I can't do this now because this, and quite literally nowadays I just say, hey, look, I'm busy, but I can get back to you when I'm not. And what a skill it is, right? Yeah, now the sub-only channel is historic ruins of the server for tourists. It is. We have so many historical ruins in our server. Charles! Thank you for the follow, Charles! Why am I saying your name like that? Sorry for saying your name like that, Charles! Where did I even get that from? Remember the Shiritori channel? I remember the Shiritori channel. The Shiritori channel already exists, still exists out there. Like we have a whole graveyard of channels, right? Like you guys want to see what the graveyard looks like? So it's a graveyard that only mods can see, okay? So I'm gonna read out the channel names in the graveyard. We have Event General, we have Emote Only, Pikru, Mobile Gaming, Anime and Manga, Introductions, Gaming VC, Archive, Stream Schedules, Server Suggestions, Movies, Game Recommendations, Tabletop, GBF, Friend Codes, Digimon, Timestamps, Card Games, Boomer Gifts, Aikotoba Files, Aikotoba Chat, Moyai, Worm Archive, Stream Materials, UGC, Rap Battles Archive, Fan Art Pins. Why is schedule not separate anymore? Actually, yeah, I should probably like make a separate schedule channel. Boomer Gifts. Yeah, what the heck is Boomer Gifts? What the heck is this channel? Why does that exist? What? What? Stream Materials is public though? Oh, no. There's an old Stream Materials. There's an old Stream Materials archive. Rap Battles archive. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think in the past, like, people tried to do rap battles in the server, but then it got a little bit mean-spirited. People got too mean to each other, and so we nuked it. Yeah. What the heck is the worm channel? Just to post worms? What is this? Rayquaza, but as a worm on a stream. I love this guy. Please revive the worm channel. No. We have the compost bin for that. the compost bin is literally for worms. We love worms. I do love worms. Anime and manga and tabletop feels relevant. Why was it shut down? I think okay, so remember when like the server went through a renovation, right? When the server went through a renovation, do you guys remember that phase where I had a manager? Do you guys remember that phase where I was like, oh, I need a manager, and I had a manager for a very little bit, and then I no longer have a manager? Yeah, so the manager told me that you have too many channels on Discord, and you can compress all of these channels together, and so that there will be more people talking on the Discord. You need yada yada yada, all that stuff, right? It was a very, very long time ago. Yeah, it didn't last long. We had creative differences. I mean, it was mostly not really creative differences. It was more like I realized I didn't need a manager because I'm like, you are saying all these things. I do not wish. Yeah, I do not wish to do this. So I shall not do this, right? Yeah, compress into channel threads. Yeah, so we used to have a lot more channels and it kind of just got compressed because that manager was like, nope, you need less channels. And I think maybe ultimately, I don't know if it was for the best, because just because you have more channels doesn't mean people won't be posting things in the other channels, right? Right? Like, channels are channels for a reason. Because like, if I wanted to show you guys something cool, I wouldn't just send it in general because I feel like it would be like disrupting the conversation, right? To be fair, you've even seen Discord servers with way too many channels. Right. I mean, since then, I've added several new channels like Figures and Plamo and Daily Box. Cronky Sonzu, good evening, welcome. Cringe Mathematician, welcome. What's a metabolic metagrind? Academic meat grinder? Oh, academic meat grinder? Oh, it's just when you go to uni and the work hits you so hard that you've been put through a meat grinder? Yeah, that was me. Yeah, also a lot of the channels are overlapping in content. Yeah, right now we have just the right amount of channels. Anyway, enough about the Discord server. The bigger the community, the more channels you need. I think our community, especially those who like to talk on Discord, right? We've got to... Okay, so I know we have a bunch of Discord lurkers. You want to know why and how I know we have a bunch of Discord lurkers? Because every time I post in the announcements channel, there are a bunch of people who click on reacts. And I didn't ping anyone. In the announcements channel. And some of the people, I check who reacted. Some of the people who clicked on the react, they don't talk in general. But they're around. They're looking. I'm not gonna expose them. But I'm just saying, I know you guys lurk. And honestly, I don't mind it at all, okay? Please feel free to lurk. Yeah, only 10%, one-tenth of chatters care about Discord too. Exactly, right? Like sometimes you just want to talk to Neg Nasu. You want to talk to Neg Nasu because you want to hear a voice responding to you when I talk to you. You don't want to talk to me via text because quite honestly, I hate texting too. I also hate texting. I much prefer to VC very often, and I much prefer to talk with my voice. So I completely get it, right? It just hits differently when you say words and someone can respond with their voice, you know? You were in a Tetris 99 match, so this super delayed reaction, but you got rid of the Digimon channel. Yeah, we used to have a Digimon channel, but the thing is, bro, I was never into Digimon. I mean, I was never too into Digimon, right? I was always more of a Pokemon fan. This was back when like we made a server for absolutely everything. When someone was kind of like, hey, I like Digimon, can we make a Digimon channel? And then it's kind of like, okay, Digimon channel it is. And meanwhile, I like Grand Blue Fantasy, so I made a GBF channel. And like, hey, I like this thing, can we make a this thing channel? Okay, sure. It was the experimental phase. I can give you guys a history lesson on Neg Nasu and how the Neg Nasu Negpal community evolved. But I don't know, that's kind of boring, isn't it? I mean it's like, who cares about the past? We're in the present, right? But I do like looking at the past and being like, man, things were such a mess back then, you know? No, you're not boring. It's just looking at your own history, you know? It's like looking at a photo album. Digimon got like one post a month. Yeah, fair enough. You know what? I will let you have your opinion on Digimon versus Pokemon, but I will say that Pokemon was my childhood, okay? Like, okay, no, it wasn't my childhood. It wasn't my entire childhood. It was a large part of it. You don't even remember that far back. Yeah. So, would you guys believe me if I said that when I first started the Discord. I didn't even own the Discord. I did not own the Discord server. Somebody made the Discord server. Yeah, somebody made the Discord server on my behalf. Because I was streaming on YouTube at the time, right? And so when I debuted, it was like 2020 when EN VTubers first started coming up and about. Yeah. And so it used to be a fan server. Yeah, it used to be a fan server. Yeah. I didn't have an official server for myself. And then I was told by a friend, hey Neg, do not let them make this fan server. Do not let them make this Discord server because if you let them have this, you will no longer know what is going on in your community, and your community is gonna run away from you, right? Your community is gonna run away from you, and whatever happens in that server, you should be responsible for, but you're not gonna be able to see what's going on. So you don't want bad things to happen. Right? I don't know what that meant, but she scared me. So then I was kind of like, oh, okay. And then I took control over the server. But then we kept it as a quote unquote fan server. And so it was never really a server for me to post my updates. And so it kind of became a thing where people were joining the server and they didn't even care about me. And they just joined to hang out with their friends who are also in the server because VTubers were a new thing back then. And then I would post my announcements, or I would post updates on content, and then I would get a lot of oh, that's nice, anyway. And then they would bury my post and keep talking to each other. And so that was a thing that happened. Yeah. Which was a little bit sad, right? It was very, very sad. That almost made me quit. Yeah, that almost made me quit streaming because I was kind of like, oh man, this feels really bad. I feel like I'm working really hard and everyone, nobody cares because quite literally at the time in that Discord server nobody cared, right? Which is why the first great big reformatting of the Discord server happened. Yeah, it was no bueno, bro. It was not a good time. I almost quit twice. I almost quit twice, but I'm still here, right? Because right now I am enjoying my time just chit-chatting with you guys. I mean, come on, we've been here for almost 3 hours, and all we've been doing is just talking about random things. If this is not happiness, then what is, bro? What is? This is happiness. This is my happy place. Bring it in here, bros. Bring it in here. Give me a hug. You mod for a VTuber who had their Discord server become a community for a clique who didn't watch the stream, and we had to engage in a bit of gatekeeping. Yeah! That's what happened. That's what happened. It became a community for a clique who didn't watch my streams. That's actually what happened. And there was this once where they hosted a community event in the Discord server, right? And because one of the people in the clique was a mod in the server, because I was too much of a weenie to tell them, hey, don't do that. They pinged everyone to be like, hey, we're having a Mario Kart competition, and you can watch it on this person's Twitch channel. And everyone pinged in announcements channel and linked someone else's Twitch channel. Yeah. And I got a bunch of DMs from friends being like, hey Neg, what's going on? Hey Neg, what's going on? I thought this, wait Neg, that's not your Twitch channel, what's going on? Right? And I'm like, wait, I didn't even know this happened. What? Right? Yeah. I mean like the people involved, like they realized that was kind of messed up, and they were like, yo, that should never happen again. But like, you know, the fact that like it got to the point where something like that happened, right? Yeah. And I let that happen because I was too much of a weenie to say, hey guys, I think it's kind of mean of you guys to not care about me. But I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to tell everyone that they were being mean. I didn't want to tell anyone that they were hurting my feelings because I didn't want to be, you know, pushy, and I didn't want to be a problem. But it just ended up making me feel really bad. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of part of the story. That's part of the story of me learning how to grow a spine. Yeah, it's like having a party in your house but you're not invited. Wait, that's such a good metaphor. That's such a good metaphor. Yeah, I'm happy that I became better at this community management thing. I'm really happy, right? I have grown a spine, bros. I've grown a spine. Cause like back then I was afraid of telling people that I was unhappy. I was afraid of telling people that, hey, could you maybe not do that? And now, if I don't want you to do something, I'll tell you not to do something. Yeah! I mean, I'll still feel kind of bad about telling you not to do something, and I'll like kind of like be wishy-washy. But you know what? I didn't have a spine. Now I have a baby pissy spine. But that's better than no spine at all, you know? Okay. You have a good day out there, Rodrixum. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun, and I'm having a lot of fun. Do you eventually need mods to control a Discord server? You see, the problem was I had too many Discord mods. Because the people who formed the clique back then were the Discord mods. Yeah, the people who formed the clique were the Discord mods. So, and now, like the mods aren't really even that active on Discord. Because like, I don't even, see, like back then, I used to like to sort of like hide behind my mods. And I'll tell my mods, hey guys, can you tell these people to stop being mean? Because I was afraid of telling people to stop being mean myself. And now that I've grown a spine, like my mods, and they've also all gotten busy. Like, yeah, we don't really, I hate to say it, but we don't really need mods. I mean, they're nice to have, right? Like if I'm playing a video game and I'm like, mods, can somebody run a poll? Can somebody run a prediction? You know, like it's still nice to have, but like in terms of necessity, I don't think we really need mods, right? We don't. It's not really like out of a job. It's sort of like the pressure's been taken off them because finally, Neg Nasu has grown a spine. Because before, like, you know that meme of like the she asked for no pickles? Yeah, that was literally what the mods would do. Like anytime there was a minor issue, I'd be like, hey mods, can you handle that? I don't want to be the bad guy. I'm pretty sure the mods are happier this way. Geigus, you're happier this way, right? You're happier this way. You don't have to do much. You're just vibing. Like, I don't even care if my mods don't come to my streams because they're all busy. you know, you're just an elevated viewer with a sword. Yeah, I made the mods the bad guy, which is also really bad. And also, I used to get really like anxious with the mods because the mods, like, I expected the mods to be able to read my mind, right? I expected them to be able to read my mind. And like, oh, you should know that I don't like this. You should know that I don't like that, yada, yada, yada. And so like, I used to get frustrated if I see something that makes me uncomfortable go by. But then I don't say anything because I'm too much of a weenie to say anything. And then I get upset if my mods didn't do anything about it because I'm like, oh, they don't care. It was so bad, bro. It was so bad, bro. What's something awesome about Geigus? We still love the mods. Geigus is great at making prediction polls. And also, Geigus is generally just a really good friend, you know? Geigus is a very, very, very open-minded guy. Open-minded Geigus. And although he may be lurking and not a man of many words in many streams, it is always comforting to know that he is there. He is kind of like an older brother, you know? He's kind of like Chat's older brother, right? The Neg Nasu community's older brother. So that's something really nice about Geigus. Like, you know, like, I am personal friends with all of my mods, right? So, and Geigus said that, like, you know, if I ever get married, on the day of my marriage, Geigus will fly out to Australia just to attend. And I'm like, oh, better wait like a few more decades. Yeah. You got into an argument with an old Discord mod of mine because you were art policing too hard when someone was tracing and plagiarizing. Your intent was good, but you were an ass about it. Now you don't chat. Yeah, I remember that. You see, like back then, I probably should have stepped in, right? If something like that happened, I would have stepped in. And also, you're not the only one that would rip someone a new ass for that now as well. So like, please don't like feel intimidated by the Discord, right? Please don't feel intimidated by the Discord server. I like talking to you guys on the Discord server. Please join the Discord server. I am so lonely. I don't know, it makes me really, really happy when I see like new active members talking on Discord, you know. Yeah, so there's a little bit of like Neg Nasu history, a little bit of Neg Nasu community history. When is the movie watch along? Ooh, when is the movie watch along? Let me think about it. Actually, this Friday is Good Friday, right? Hey, what's so good about this Friday? I may have ordered some expensive Kobe beef. Is it okay to say good morning sometimes in the Discord? Absolutely, it's definitely okay. Listen. We've got a guy that copy pastes a like hello, hope everyone is doing well message to the Discord every single night, and he copy pastes it to every single Discord he is in. Yes, I am in a different Discord that also has this guy in it, and he copy pastes the same message every single day to every Discord server he's in. So like please feel free to say hello and good morning whenever you want. Yes, he copy pastes it to every single Discord server. We love that guy. We love that guy here. He's consistent. He manually writes a different message every day, but he copy pastes the same manually written message to every single Discord server he's in. We love that guy. I don't want to call him out. I don't want to call him out, but like, you know, anyone who's in the Discord, you know who he is. You think he's more active on Twitter though? Wait, he is? I don't even keep up with him. I just know that like, oh, there he is, the guy. Say happy birthday. No, you can only say happy birthday on July the 9th because that's my real birthday. He's the third guy you've seen do this. One of them you started responding to them in all three servers. You saw them doing it in and they stopped doing it. You scared them. You know what okay, this is very, very, very tangentially related, but it is so funny. Okay, this is very, very, very tangentially related to that, but you know, when was the first time in your lives that you realized crickets were a real thing, right? Academic Meatgrinder is wild. It is! Wait, did I say Metagrinder or Meatgrinder? Oh yeah, Meatgrinder. Yeah, all you did was say hi to them using a Discord, yeah! You see, people like that, you know, you have to leave them alone. You can only react to them, okay? Only react to them. Do not respond to them. You will spook them. What's up with the dad redeem? It's just a big redeem that no one will ever be able to get. You don't think about crickets a lot, but you never thought that they weren't real? Okay, yes. So, crickets. So, I think I was a teenager when I first realized for the first time that, oh man, crickets are real? No, because I always knew that crickets as an insect, as a concept, existed, right? But it's sort of like the fact that they exist around you. The fact that crickets exist in your backyard. They exist at night. Every night. I don't know how to express this, but it's sort of like, it's a thing that you know exists, and it's a thing that's sort of like droning in the background. What did I expect him to be, a metaphor? No, listen. It's like, you know when you hear cricket sounds, like you kind of just think of those cricket sounds as like default nighttime sounds, right? You think of them as an ambient noise source. Like you don't really think too hard about where it's coming from. You've actually seen them multiple times before, because I haven't seen a cricket in person. So this is something that I do that is a little bit mean, okay? I like to do this especially when I'm coming home late at night and I hear crickets. So at night. Yes. So here's the thing, right? Have you ever noticed that when you are walking around at night, you can kind of hear certain bushes that are louder than others? No, I knew crickets existed. It's just like, it never connected in my brain that there are crickets among us, okay? It never, like, I always thought of them as like, oh yeah, that's just ambient nighttime noise. It's just a noise that comes from the world. I know they're real. Yeah, they go quiet the closer you get. Yeah. The bushes talk during the night. So like, I've made it a game for if I ever get bored while walking home at night, I will listen to the bushes, and then I will try to get closer, and I will try to identify a bush with a cricket in it, and I want to get so close to it that it gets self-conscious and then it stops making sounds. And then when you walk away, it starts chirping again. Yeah, it's like Minecraft cave noises. Exactly. You hear whoa, and you know that zombies are around, but like you don't ever see one, you know? And it's really funny. It's really funny though. They're trying to find a mate and they didn't want me. I mean, the cricket sounds are literally them screaming out. You know, that they would like and so me showing up next to them is like them getting embarrassed, like, oh sorry, was I too loud? They get self-conscious. Had a holly bush near your window and there would be crickets everywhere in it, so you took a garden hose and sprayed it. That's so mean. That's so mean. Yeah. You know, it actually reminds me of an interaction in FTL. I don't know if many of you guys play FTL, but there's an encounter in FTL where you'll find two NG ships entangled with each other, and if you have an NG crewmate, and then you click on the NG crewmate, and the NG crewmate says, oh, you should leave them alone, because the two NG ships entangled with each other is them. Can we have another FTL stream? Look, as much as I would like to stream FTL again, I can't split my focus well. I cannot split my focus well. Yeah, it's an event. It's an FTL event. You remember that one? See? Yeah. If there's a video where if you put a drop of oil on their legs, they can't make the sound. Oh, but that's so mean. All I want to do is spook them a little bit. I don't want to disable them forever. Cricket noises are made by their legs rubbing. Ew. Really? Legs rubbing against it? How do they make that sound? Hold on a second. I wanna look up a video of this. Cricket legs rubbing sound. It's like leg violins. How does a cricket make sound? SingaporeGeographic.com. Alright. What? The cricket's not rubbing its leg together in this video. Wait, is it rubbing its No! It's like flapping its wings. It's flapping its wings, no? Yeah! Yeah, it's flapping its wings. Wait, no, there's a comment there that says, this is not a cricket. Some species don't have wings. Okay. Because I'm like, oh, god damn it, am I looking at not a cricket? Anyway, leg violins. Okay, so what you're telling me is kind of like, you know those wooden instruments where you like clap them together and they make like a really nice hollow sound that goes dum, 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 dum. Are you saying that crickets making their sound is literally like that, but very, very fast? That's amazing though. How How has nobody made an instrument based on this? That's incredible, because the sounds that the cricket makes are really, really nice. Wait, so what you're telling me is, when I get very close to the bush, and the cricket stops doing that, it's because they're standing still, because they're pretending to be asleep. Huh. Wahoo! Wahoo! How's that gross? I thought it was gross because I'm imagining like little leg hairs. They take a bunch of crickets and put them in jars for concerts. Oh, but that sounds really mean. That doesn't sound very nice to the crickets. You looking up info about a company you're interested in, but the info isn't consistent with the other sites you looked at. Then you look at the comments and said, half the information in this article is incorrect. They're nervous being watched. Also, fun fact, if you take a flashlight and you shine it into the bush, sometimes they stop as well. I wanna get myself a flashlight. I wanna get myself like a flashlight with a strobing effect. I'm not a menace. Okay? I'm simply being whimsical. I'm not hurting anyone. Sometimes a bush shines back. I am not being a menace. What, do you think I am a menace just because I get close to the bush and make the cricket stop squeaking? No. It is simply an experiment. And sometimes they are loud, you see. I just feel really bad because I can't see where the crickets are, and I'm afraid that I might have stepped on them. Think of the sound when you scratch some wrinkly things together with your fingernails. That's how they make a sound. Like this. Like this. I don't know if you could hear that though, but I was like rubbing my fingernails together. It's whimsical for me, but it's a menace to everyone I point the light at. Oh. I mean, I'm not pointing the light at a person. I make sure not to point the light at a person. I don't know though. Personally, I am not a big fan of torches. I think if you are walking alone at night and you have a torch, that makes the experience 1,000 times more scary. It is much better to simply just walk in the dark and let your eyes adjust to the dark. Because at least everything is consistent. Because walking with a torch, suddenly you are a beacon for any evil demons that want to capture you. If you are simply walking in the dark, you are one with the dark. You are a denizen of the darkness. Kek Tamashi, welcome, good evening. Torches still exist? Yeah, torches still exist. It's the, the hand torches. You flick a light and then goes bright. Like in horror games. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. Well, actually, we were all grown in the womb to begin with, and there's no lighting in the womb, so actually we were all born in the dark. You're not worried about evil demons, you're worried about not seeing a bollard. Oh, what's a bollard? A bollard. A bollard are used by government agencies and private businesses to protect public spaces. How interesting! The cone-shaped VLC players are bollards! I mean, the cylindrical VLC players are bollards! Oh, that's cute! I've never heard of the word bollard before. Look, they're cylindrical VLC. Oh yeah? Well, what's this? What's this? Huh? You mean witches' hats? No! Yeah, those. Imagine walking with the world's greatest light in the dark and the monster's like giving your money, then the monster evaporates into the light and they say, ah! I mean, strobing torches are actually a self-defense weapon. If you have a really, really bright one and someone tries to attack you, you can simply shine it in their eyes. A VLC's icon is a traffic cone. I know it's a traffic cone. I was waiting for that reaction. Yeah. Blind them. Actually, the VLC icon has 2 white stripes. Oh, my bad. My bad. Wait, hold on a second. Two white stripes. Oh, you mean like this one? I enjoy that insult so much. Grape-colored noodle. I've never been called a grape-colored noodle in my life. Thank you. It's interesting though, because my area doesn't have any bollards. Huh, interesting. I mean, I'm assuming you live in more of a metropolitan area then, I guess. This is not the tangent you expected me to go about bollards, because you mentioned the word bollard and I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this before, so now I learned something new today. I wish I had some knowledge to give you, but I am all out of interesting fun facts to give you. Unfortunately, I have to go on a journey to replenish my interesting fun facts. Universities tend to have thousands of bollards. I shall not say what university I go to. I mean, I encounter bollards quite a bit, but I'm never somewhere that I have to worry about seeing bollards in the dark when it is already dark. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about walking into them. Oh, the kids in your area call them car deal. Oh, okay, understand. Of course it's the kids. Yeah, I'm not at uni at night very often. I did camp out at uni at night once. A little doxing as a treat between pals between— No, zero doxing. No treats. You have to ride your bike through some narrow steel bollards, so it's very scary every time. But do you feel like you're very great at doing tricks every time you do it? Yeah, that was a live on air. Can you try to guess what uni I go to? No! Of course not! Because that puts everybody else that I say goes to the same uni as me in danger, right? Automatic pop-up bollards absolutely wreck cars. Oh yeah, absolutely. Anime art girl uni. Well, you know, Krakens, I feel like this is revealing for me, but anime art girl uni is actually kind of correct. Even though I'm in STEM, anime art girl uni is so correct because I went to the same uni as my sister. And she literally works on anime now. Yeah, I go to Stanford, you know. Stanford. Not Harvard. Not good enough to go to Harvard, but I go to Stanford. I don't even do law. You don't even know what unis there are in Australia. I mean, if you go to my— Okay, so here's the funny thing, right? I don't know how many of you guys are Shinuki watchers, but as soon as Shinuki mentioned to me, like, what she was studying in uni, like, in our DMs, instantly I was like, oh, I know what uni you go to. And then she was like, wait, what? And I'm like, I go to the same uni as you, bro. I go to the same one. So, like, I feel like if you're in if you're in New South Wales, then you will immediately know what uni I go to when I say that. Yeah. Cause it's no secret, right? In New South Wales, there's the 4 big unis. Like, if you are someone who is seriously, like, I guess, not really seriously. I mean, like, people go to TAFE all the time, but, like, most likely you would be someone that goes to one of the 4 big unis. Yeah, the big four. And I am not gonna say the names of the big 4, but that is all. That is all. Oh, it's so easy to dox. It's so easy to dox. So I shan't say anymore. Also, yeah, there's others, but we don't care about them. Yeah, no, that's so mean though. At this point, I have to axe the VOD anyway. Do I? Aww. Ah, Pekeva, welcome. Bling blam blam bling blam blam bom. Damn, the shitenno of unis. Yeah, generally the shitenno. Yeah, you always forgot about the other two. I mean, like, I don't know. I say nothing. Google is so scary. Okay, this word needs to be nuked. Okay, careful now, since I'm also holding other people's information. Yeah, that's the main thing, right? That's the main thing. Okay. Oh no, I've said too much. Okay. Change of topic, by the way. Did you guys know that I finished reading the book that Asta recommended me? Yeah. So, it was a really heartbreaking book. This author is very, very good at writing a dysfunctional family. Yeah, no, I enjoyed this book so much. I blazed through it eventually. How would I rate it? This is a different book from the one with the dog. How would I rate it? I would rate this one in particular probably an 8 out of 10. Yeah, probably an 8 out of 10. What book is it? It's My Sister's Keeper. It is called My Sister's Keeper, and it is a story about essentially about a family, right? It's about a family where their oldest daughter has leukemia. Does it have a dog? No, it doesn't have a dog. It has a child dying from leukemia though. How many books have I given a 9 or higher? None. Absolutely none as of yet. I don't know. I feel like it has to be a book that drastically changes my life, right? So yeah, it's a story about I guess the main character is a girl who was born for the specific purpose of being a donor for her older sister, because her older sister has leukemia, and so she was like genetically selected to be a perfect genetic match. And it started with the umbilical cord, but then the umbilical cord didn't cure her older sister, so then it went from that to donating platelets to bone marrow, and then it got all the way until I think the older sister was 18, the younger sister was 13, and the family wanted her to donate a kidney. And so the younger daughter was like, all right, that's enough. It's not about the kidney. It's about, you never asked me. You never once asked me if I wanted to do this. And so she goes to a lawyer to sue her family for medical emancipation. And so each of the chapters are from a different point of view of a member of the family, and you can sort of like kind of see how trying to keep this older sister alive, right, is slowly burning out the family. Yeah, like you can slowly see how like the family itself is getting burnt out. Like the older brother has completely, been ignored and sidelined, and the father is kind of like emotionally checked out because he doesn't recognize his wife anymore, because his wife is sort of like hell-bent on keeping the daughter alive. The youngest daughter, is the youngest daughter, and the mother, you can kind of see that like she's become a shell of who she used to be, because she can't imagine losing her daughter, because that would be very painful, but also at the same time, keeping the daughter alive is very painful as well, because she knows that she's hurting everyone around her to keep it happening. Yeah, and we never get the POV of the daughter that's dying from leukemia. I don't know if you guys want spoilers or not, if you're ever gonna read the book, but warning, spoilers, right? It turned out that the older daughter, she asked her younger sister to file the lawsuit because she's like, I don't want to keep living. She wants to die because she is seeing like what she's doing to the family. And you wanna know how the book ends, bro. You guys wanna know how the book ends. A lot of reviews were very upset with how the book ended, but I think it was incredibly thematic. So the younger daughter, she wins her lawsuit and everything is good, but on the way, to the hospital in the car after she won the lawsuit. She gets in a car accident and she is brain dead. And so in that very last moment, her lawyer consents to her donating her kidney to the older sister. And that final kidney donation, that worked. And the older sister gets to live. And she's been in remission for like a decade now. Yeah. And so it's like the mother has to live with the consequences of she neglected her younger daughter, and now the younger daughter is gone. And so like a lot of people, they don't like how the book ended because they're like, oh man, she should have lived. But I think it was thematic, right? I think it was very thematic that she, you know, like it was unfair to the younger daughter, but I think no matter what happened, the little sister would have lived a life of suffering. You know, like she's already been an organ donor she's already been a donor for the older sister for so long. And it's kind of like, if she lets the older sister die without that kidney donation, then it's sort of like, now how do I put this? Like, you won't be able to live the rest of your life with yourself, you know? Was it a fun read though? It was really, it was a sad read, it was a heavy read, and it got a lot of emotions out of me, which is good. I couldn't put the book down. Like, the author, she was so good at writing the perspectives of the different family members, and there was like this ongoing metaphor with fire, right? It was captivating. Yeah. It was a good book, but it wasn't a fun one. Yeah, it was a good book, but it wasn't a fun one. And like, I can see myself reading it again, just to pick up on like the different metaphors and the different cues, because like essentially the theme of this book, because it's not about what the story is, right? It's about the themes, because I'm a nerd and I like looking at themes of stories. The theme of it really is like how much a family can be impacted by one tragic event, right? And also like it proposes the question of, is it ethical to make everyone suffer to keep someone else living, you know? It's a nugget of truth in there. And it was actually based on, I think it was written in like the early 2000s. Yeah, it was written in the early 2000s, and that was around the time when like selective chromosomes were a thing in embryos, right? Can I send the book name in stream chat? Sure. It was My Sister's Keeper. My Sister's Keeper. It's by the way, there's a movie. Don't watch the movie adaptation. Very not great. Apparently not good, and it was butchered. So yeah, Designer Babies. So the book was inspired by Designer Babies. It was a very, very good book. There's also a side plot of like a romance side plot between like the guardian ad litem and also her lawyer, which I didn't really enjoy too much because I just wanted to know what was up with the family. Yeah. I would say a lot of people in the reviews hated the mother, right? Because they were like, oh, the mother is such a monster. She's keeping her like small daughter alive for the sake of like saving the old one. But I feel like I don't feel like that's a good take. You know, I genuinely don't feel like that's a good take. I think it's just so much dramatic irony of like the greatest act of love for her oldest daughter, right, is also the greatest like disservice to her youngest daughter. Like it's wild. And it's sort of like, in that situation, what would you do? Well, if I was in that situation, I just wouldn't have the second child. that just feels wrong, you know? That just feels wrong. I wouldn't have the second child. I let the first one die and then maybe like make a replacement. Oh, that sounds really, really bad. That sounds really, really bad. Oh, but like, it's an uncomfortable topic. Like, what can you do in that situation? You know, what can you do? Because like, if you have two, then you're just making two people suffer, right? Because like, man, it's a conundrum. Just making a weird extra parts for your child. If you were the older sister, you would have pulled the cord immediately, right? And the older sister wanted to pull the cord, but then she couldn't bring herself to, because like she wanted to save her family from the suffering, so she wanted to die, but she also didn't want to do that to her parents because her parents still loved her. You know, it's like, do I hurt them more by exiting, or do I hurt them more by staying, right? No correct answers, but there are wrong ones. It feels like every single answer is a wrong one in that one. They shouldn't have been forced to make another child just to get organ donations. Yeah, they weren't gonna find a donor in time though. You only enjoy your stories like you enjoy your diamonds or clothing, with real human suffering. Oh, that's so dark. But yeah, for those of you who are interested in this book though, please do give it a read. I don't think that knowing the spoilers will take away from the experience, because these kinds of books, it's about the experience, you know, it's about the experience. And God, the experience was good. The experience was really, really good. Like, God, Jodi Picoult, who is the author, she really made you feel the characters, like the empathy. I could empathize with every single family member that she took the POV of. Kraken Zero, thank you for the sub, thank you the tier 1, thank you bro, thank you. Yeah, it's the experience. Like, I really wish that, like, oh man, I would have written a whole book report. Like, I genuinely wish that I discovered this book in high school, because, like, I remember, like, oh man, I was so bad at writing high school essays, you know? I was so bad with writing high school essays, and I was like, oh, I didn't know what kinds of books to write them on, and now I'm like, man, I want to write an essay on this. Wah! Always good vibes, even when talking about depressing stuff. I'm glad that I'm able to give good vibes even on depressing things, you know, because I think it's important to talk about. I think a lot of people, they like talking about depressing things. I think in general people like suffering. People like talking about depressing things, but I think, like, what makes it difficult is, like, you know, when things get too depressing and everything's just a spiral and it's just, it feels bad. But, like, you know, depressing things are like emotional complexity, right? And what do we love more than examining emotional complexity, right? I can make YouTube video essays, I guess so, but, like, I don't feel like I'm smart enough to make YouTube video essays. Okay, dash that. Maybe not, like, smart enough, but I feel like I'm not dedicated enough to make YouTube video essays, right? Like, you have to do a lot of research for that. Like, it's a whole project, and I'm like, so lazy. So lazy. It's a weird catharsis to talk about depressing things. Right. And it's like, you know, talking about depressing things is no big deal, you know? Like, we talk about depressing things all the time. You need to be in a mindset to talk about sad topics. Fair enough. I think, personally, I treat sad topics the same as I would treat any other, like, thought-provoking thing, I guess. Which is probably not good, right? Because, like, you guys will be talking to me about, like, depressing things and very, very real family situations, or very, very real depressing things, and then I'll be sitting here being like, interesting. If we consider the so, like, I do understand that, like, that can be a little bit disconcerting. Not everyone wants sad stories. You understand but don't like sad stories, and you tend to avoid them. I like sad stories because I like to suffer. And also I like to think. I like to think about the complexities in sadness. But then again, I do also feel like it's probably not right to say that sadness is the only emotion that has complexity. You know, like, I feel like there is also a lot of complexity in happiness as well. It's just that not a lot of people seem to really like to write stories about complex happiness, I guess. I mean, like, there's definitely stories about complex happiness out there. It's just that I personally haven't quite, like, immersed myself in that. Describing emotions is a pretty big challenge for you, so you don't really know how to broach talking about emotionally complex stories. I mean, you could talk about it clinically, right? You can talk about those kinds of stories clinically. You can, like, sort of describe them. Like, you just know that consuming the story made you feel a certain way, and so you can talk about the techniques that were employed to make you feel that certain way, or sort of like describe the emotion, right? Most noticeable complexity was sadness. Right. Complex sadness is mixed with something else, usually sadness to contrast. Right. I mean, like, there's also different kinds of complex happiness, like complex happiness with regret, you know. I think complex happiness with regret is also a pretty common one. But like to write a whole story on that might be challenging. Hey, might be challenging, because for some reason suffering seems to be seems to be the thing that everyone comes back to. Because like, I don't know, like, the concept of happiness itself, it's melancholic, isn't it? Because happiness isn't a permanent state of being. Like, emotions aren't typically permanent states of being. They're all temporary. But because happiness and joy and all those positive ones are so positive that you sort of like ascribe so much value to them, the fact that they are temporary makes it melancholic, doesn't it? Suffering lines up well with tension, which makes stories work easily. Right. And if it's not suffering, then if you put tension there and it's low stakes, then it becomes a comedy, right? Good morning, Mambo. Welcome. For some reason, you have trouble with sad stories about children. As long as it's only adult suffering you can handle. Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel that so much. Animal suffering, especially. I think one that gets me a lot is familial suffering. You got a lot of childhood trauma. Might be enough to make 2 books, and you've only lived 24 years. I mean, hey, look, if writing stuff out gives you catharsis, you know, I'd say go for it. Oh, God, it's been like, how long? It's been, it's 12:30. Jeez, we've been talking at each other for like 3 hours and a half. Oh my God, wait, we've just been sitting here talking about whatever the heck comes to mind for 3 hours and a half. Sometimes I like, God, I mean, like, you know, when you catch up with a friend, right, and you haven't spoken for a while, you can kind of have these sorts of conversations that just go everywhere. But it's nice, you know, it's nice. You can deal with tragic stories as soon as the author throws suffering in at every point. You just immediately disconnect. Oh, just like Shonen no Abyss. God damn it, I regret reading Shonen no Abyss. It's just one of those series that just keeps getting worse. Told me the sewing wasn't needed. I got 5 days of tangents. I guess so. It's just one thought spawns a new thought. You do this a lot with your siblings after not seeing each other for a while. Yeah, I do this with my sister every couple of days, actually. I just sit in her room and I talk to her. Or I wait for her to talk to me. Yeah. Suffering porn is incredibly tedious. It is. You see, I kept reading Shonen no Abyss because I thought that it would be trying to say something. Because, like, unfortunately, I have been misled into thinking that stories that involve a lot of suffering, generally it is trying to say something. Generally, something good will happen, right? There will be some point of catharsis. Like, the tension will be released. No, it just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. You know, a manga about things that just keep getting worse, but isn't dour? That's right, Made in Abyss is a manga where things just keep getting worse. And it doesn't get too dour. Like, Made in Abyss is very, very good about pacing out its suffering. Yeah, you dropped that thing after 20 or so chapters. My God, you said that you can't handle suffering, you can't handle sad stories. I have no idea how you survive for 20 chapters. It just keeps getting worse, bro. I don't even know why I stuck it all the way through. This is my anti-recommendation. A series of unfortunate events is good though because it kind of parodies the entire idea of sad stories. Yeah. What was that thing that someone said about like tragedy and comedy? Comedy is like tragedy, except I guess it's lighthearted. Have I read Oyasumi Punpun? Not yet. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I know there are two Oyasumi Punpun is on my to-read list. It is a little bit suffering, but it is great. I remember that when I was a teenager, I had an online friend and she read Oyasumi Punpun and that destroyed her for a month. And so maybe I was a bit afraid of that manga because of that. I do want to read it now. No. Now that you mentioned it, you tried Punpun and couldn't get into it. I think that Punpun is for kids. Is it? Huh? There's much worse. I mean, I guess so. There is always much worse, right? But I think even things that are for kids, I think there are ways that they can portray their themes in a way that will get adults, right? Like Bluey is for kids, and I'm an adult, I think, and I love Bluey. And I think that I will enjoy Bluey in ways that kids never will be able to enjoy Bluey. Wow, Shokun! Thank you for the resub, bro! Thank you! Oh, good evening! Yeah. Aflorane. I was gonna mention Soranin, actually. I was gonna say Soranin is something that I've also been meaning to read. Yeah, that mangaka series are pretty sad. Welcome back, Cronky. No worries. Dog is hungry. I'm hungry. Maybe I'm gonna go get some more nuts. Yeah, you're just into edgy seinen. Fair enough. I do think that there is a catharsis factor in like consuming things that are like quote unquote overly edgy, you know. There is a huge catharsis factor which I do not want to fault anybody for. Cause the name on the pop-up is all lowercase. Shogun's name gets exposed. Oddball, thank you for the sub, Ball. Thank you, Ball. Wait, what the heck is a golden kappa? What the heck is a golden kappa train? What? I've never seen this in my life. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? Holy shit, we got the golden kappa. What is the golden kappa? It's a weird new thing. Wait. Thank you for the bits, AOH. Thank you for the gifts of Alturian. Is this guy, but it's gold. Wait, is it like an SSR occurrence? Oh my god, Oddball, thank you for the gift subs. Thank you for the kappa. Thank you for the kappa gifts. Wait, thank you. Wait, what the? I'm sorry. What the heck is the golden kappa? I'm gonna look it up. Golden kappa train. Golden. What the heck is it? How rare is the golden kappa hype train? r/Twitch. Wait, 10 months ago? Really? It's a new thing, huh? Golden kappa is a. What the heck? SSR, we gotcha. Thank you for the bits, Triceratops. Thank you for joining in the funny train. You know, honestly, right now, just before this happened, I was gonna be like, oh, you know, guys, it's getting a little bit late. It's getting a little bit late. Maybe I need to go to sleep. And now suddenly we're getting kept awake by this. We're getting kept awake by this. So, personally, I haven't actually read that many suffering mangas. I did read Shonen no Abisu because I don't know why. Oh, Kuroto Senshiro, thank you for the gift subs. Thank you, bro. Wait, thank you. It's still just a FOMO train. Yeah, it's still just a FOMO train, though. Wait, thank you. Oh my god, it actually is so golden. Wait, what the heck? Wait, I just saw it scroll by on the chat bar. Wait, that is... I hate to say this, bro, but the golden kappa kinda uggy. Wait, thank you for the bits, AOH. Thank you. We don't need to. We don't... Krakens, oi! Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts. Wait. You guys, you don't have to complete the train, you guys. No, don't. Even though it's my favorite color. Yellow? Oh god, it is golden orange. I mean, the fact that this guy's face is is golden, it makes me uncomfortable. All right, it makes me uncomfortable. Please, you're throwing money to Jeff Bezos. Back in the day, golden copper was given for a day to a few random chatters every day. What? What? Wait, I like that system so much more though. There's no real completing of the train. You guys don't have to gift anymore. No, thank you for the gifts, Immortal Flames. Thank you. Wait, thank you everybody for summoning the train, and thank you everybody for choo-chooing the FOMO train. You guys don't have to. Oh my God, please. You're feeding Jeff Bezos, bros. You're feeding Jeff Bezos. Thank you for the bits, Kaigus and Fish Cat. Thank you. I wanted to talk about suffering manga. This is true. You're also paying me, but you're also paying Bezos. I don't know, man. Prisoner's Dilemma. No, this is not the Prisoner's Dilemma. FOMO is a hell of a beast. I mean, we're fine, right? We're fine. Like you guys get the golden cuppa, don't you? Yeah, contribute to any level of the golden cuppa train to earn an exclusive golden cuppa emote for 24 hours. Wait, guys, stop giving. You only get the cuppa emote for 24 hours. It's only 24 hours. Thank you, Clueless Wanderer. Thank you. Thank you. You only get it for 24 hours, bro. Please, it's not worth it. Croaky, thank you. Yeah, you get this is the golden cuppa train. Yeah, but now you can flex on people for 24 hours. You're in the comments and this is your tragedy. I'm in the comments and this is my tragedy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Thank you for the bits, Navirus. This is the I don't know what we call this. This is not the tragedy of the comments. Oh my god, I'm gonna go insane from laughing. You guys are holding me hostage here, you know? You guys are holding me hostage. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna go sleep soon. And here you are holding me hostage with this cuppa train and your kindness. Thank you though. Thank you, bros. Thank you. I would say that I don't deserve your kindness, but I don't want to use that kind of language anymore. I will simply say thank you. As you are contributing. Now that is a common tragedy. Thank you for the bits. Okay, for those of you who do get the golden cuppa though, I want you guys to do one thing for me, okay? I want you guys in the next 24 hours to flex on people as much as you can with that cuppa. Okay? Oh yes, singing, yes. Tomorrow I am doing my weekly singing stream. I don't know, should I do my sewing stream tomorrow or should I do a singing stream tomorrow? I become the Joker as soon as I laugh too much. No, I will be dead if I laugh too much. I feel like the way that I'm gonna die is I'm gonna choke on my laugh and I'm gonna die. You don't know if you can do that. You have uni. You just walk into stream chats and flash the golden cuppa, you know. Don't I have class tomorrow? Unfortunately, I do. Wait, Variant, thank you for the bits, bro. Thank you. Wait, I forgot that I have class tomorrow. Holy shit, wait, it's Tuesday. I need to wake up in 6 hours. I need to wake up in 6 hours. Hold on. Wait, Nosville, thank you for the bits, bro. Thank you. Wait, can we let the train go away? Okay, it's 10 seconds until the train goes away. Okay, there's 10 seconds until the train goes. I was having too much fun with you guys, you know? I was having too much fun with you guys. Yay, we got a golden cuppa. Wait, isn't Wednesday today at 12? Yeah, it's Wednesday, which means yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah, right? It's really ugly. Yeah, it is really ugly. I told you guys you didn't want the new cover. It's ugly. It's so ugly. It looks like the annoying orange. Who cares? You know what this is? You know what this is? This is like collector's anxiety getting to you. It's collector's anxiety. You participated simply just so you can have the golden copper. Because even if it's ugly, you're like, oh, but it's rare. You know what this is? This is in-group, out-group. This is in-group, out-group behavior. Ugly but flexing. Why is it in HD and not OG pixel? I don't know. It's so ugly. It's so... Oh god, I love it. I actually love it. I love how ugly it is. I'm ugly and I'm proud. You know what this is? Guys, you know what this is? This is a great time to raid someone and for you guys to spam the golden copper at them. And you guys, we're gonna raid someone. I want you guys to spam the golden copper, and I want the raid message to be, I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. Yeah. I wanna raid Joru. Okay, I have to go to sleep very soon because I need to wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. in order to catch my bus. And so, tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing a singing stream. Tomorrow is karaoke, Neg Nasu singing stream. We may talk a lot more tomorrow. If not, then I might do some sewing tomorrow because I want to sew the Negpal reading friend. Okay, I'm gonna go raid Joru. I'm gonna go raid Joru now. And maybe we'll do a movie watch along this Friday on Discord. Because I have friends coming over on Friday, and so after they leave, we can do a movie night. All right, Nasu! Thank you guys for being around, balls. I really missed you guys. I really missed you guys. This was so much fun. Man, every single time I don't stream for a very long time, I get nervous. But I'm not nervous anymore. You guys are great. Alright, I'm gonna press the button. We're ugly and we're proud. See you tomorrow, bros.